right.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast. This is episode 78. I'm your host, Boog Nice. I got my man, Colonel Crackers, Pancheezy, Rick Dom, our regular crew. We back. We strong. Ready to go. What's good?
That intro was strong. That was good.
All right. How's everybody doing?
It was like we missed no time. He was back at it.
Right?
He was back at it.
What's good with you?
Me?
Yeah.
Everything's good, man. I can't complain. I'm still alive, baby.
Right? Same here. I got my Wolf Pup Session IPA. I got the boys. It's Saturday. It's shaping up to be a good one.
Cracking open a cold with the boys.
On a Saturday, which is also for the boys.
That's it.
I don't have a beer.
Boys' night!
I don't have a beer, but I might leave the atmosphere.
Oh, shit.
I just cracked open a fresh Dasani.
Oh, my God.
A fresh
Getting some altitude.
I give my money to Coke even when I don't drink soda.
So yeah, man, we got a lot of shit to discuss. We want to we want to be surgical, but we want to have a nice broad
good time
session. So who wants to go first? Let us know what you got in the past. I guess it's been like 3 or 4 weeks, man, since we actually had a chance to chop it up.
I'll go first. I'll set
Mr. Crackers. All right, go ahead.
All right, well, I just picked up this week. I'm going to try to go backwards. I just picked up this week Doctor Strange from Mezco, the regular release that just hit retail. I like it. It's a great figure. I missed out on the New York Comic Con exclusive pre-order, but Boog, you're going. You're going to hook it up, right?
On the spot, live.
In front of all the fans out there.
Yeah. Well, that's a good quick segue. I did actually get a confirmation from New York Comic Con for press. And so, yeah, I'll definitely have a press badge, which means I'll be attending every day. And now I'm trying to push press badges through for LeBlanc and for Ed so they could help out and do their thing. And I also got confirmation from Hasbro for their like separate press event, too, which is on Thursday, early Thursday morning, like 11 a.m. So there's 2 sessions at 11 a.m. and 12 noon. So I'll definitely be at New York Comic Con. But yeah, not to take away from your pickups. Go ahead.
No worries. I got also on that same day the NECA Part 5 Dream Sequence Jason, which I think actually might be aesthetically my favorite of all the Jasons. It's pretty fucking nice. I haven't opened it yet. It's all just kind of sitting in this closet because I'm moving to a new place on the 1st. So that will be when I get some portion of my collection back on display.
Is this another new place, or?
Yeah, I've been staying at a friend's apartment for the last couple months, but now I've gotten approved for my new place. I'm moving in on the 1st.
Hell yeah.
Nice. First of the month.
That's right. I got my first month rent together. We're good.
Still going to be in Torrance?
No, I'm going to be in Culver City, right next to actually Sony Studios, if anybody locally knows where that is. City. That's
big
right.
Big city living, baby.
Yeah, well, small, big city. Let's see. I also got. I finally found the Evil Dead 2-pack. I might have talked about that a while ago. I got the Ultimate Fugitive Predator from the new The Predator movie, which I went to a pre-screening for. It's not great. It's not a great movie.
Yeah, I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah,
that ending is nuts from what I hear. Like,
I had the proper conditions, I think, to enjoy it to its fullest. I saw it early for free and with low expectations. But I even walked away thinking, like, wow, that was a really confusing tonally movie. Like, it felt like they were trying to make 3 movies at once. It was a little crazy, and the reshoots are super obvious. It's not a well put together movie. If you just turn off your brain and fucking have fun, just try to enjoy it. Maybe, as Jeremy John says, you got to get a couple in you, be better if you're drunk. But the designs of it are great, so I really like this Fugitive Predator. I think it's actually a really good Predator figure overall. I'm curious to see if they're going to reuse that body mold because it's got a lot of potential. What else? That might be it, honestly. I haven't been getting too much. 1990 Pennywise, GameStop Pennywise. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. Rick, you get anything cool?
Rick, let's hear it.
Oh, yeah. I like everyone else, I was finding that damn Mantis wave at these discount stores, so I bought them literally any moment that I could.
I haven't gotten a chance to go out to a discount store and actually look for one. I got lucky with like all those Rick Flags and the like at Five Below. And
Yeah, they're showing up there pretty heavy.
Yeah, so I bought a bunch of Rick Flags, but this was like months ago. But like Five Below for me is like the closest Five Below to me is like 20 miles away. And like
I have no Five Below. I had to find mine at I didn't even know that they were there at a fucking Burlington coat factory.
Yeah, I didn't know Burlington was all like that. Like a snack style, you know?
I was shocked. I went in because my sister wanted to buy like a little cup for my nephew to drink from because she lost his cup. And we walked in and I see this kid in Spanish yelling to his mom, "Can I buy these?" And he had a Star-Lord and like a rocket in his hand.
Crazy.
And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I left my sister and my nephew in the dust, and I went straight to the toys, and all the comic ones were there. So that's just what I ended up buying, and it ends up happening all the time. I only find the comic ones and Star-Lord. Everybody takes all the other ones, but I'm not complaining. You know, I take.
You walk in a Burlington Coat Factory, it's $600. You feel like a king, right?
You feel like a king. But little do they tell you that there's people outside with buckets of fake blood.
So great.
Oh my god!
Have you actually ever seen that happen in person, any of you guys?
I
Not personally.
I did when I was 13 and I was in LA, but it was kind of, I mean, they got him, but it was kind of a miss. I was walking in this area. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Ain't no kind of miss if they hit your fucking fur with the paint, bro. Even if a little bit get on there, that shit's ruined.
Yeah, it's called the Grove. It's like this like nice little shopping center. It's like where the Kardashians go to shop. All these people go to shop.
Yeah,
And,
it's up there in Fairfax.
Yeah, it's so close to that like hub of clothing and stuff like that. And this lady was walking around with a white one, and somebody had a fucking like, it must have been a smoothie or something, and was like, "Fur is murder," and threw it at this lady, and like a streak of it got on her arm. And they were just fucking arguing back and forth. "It's not real, you fucking bitch!"
Wow.
And it was so. It doesn't matter if it's real. You're still promoting it. You're a part of the fucking problem.
Wow.
And that's exactly why PETA is in the FBI watch list for terrorist groups.
Dude, PETA are total pieces of shit. You ever look at the things they do? They're terrible people. But yeah, that was the only time I ever seen it. I mean, it did get stained. It was ruined. It was fake white fur, but you know, it wasn't like a big dumping like Michael Scott. Michael Scott literally, like, he looked like a wolf had gotten on him.
He was the wolf.
Shit. Back to what I bought. What else did I buy? I've been slowly buying the Apocalypse Wave. I've not been rushing to get it. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how terrible that Sabretooth is. I see that guy in doubles and triples in every store.
Oh.
So you know that it's honestly, just in my opinion, it's just that terrible head sculpt. Those lines.
It's not only the head sculpt though. The head sculpt is bad, but it's also that it doesn't sit low enough on that neck too. It just looks really awkward on the neck too.
On top of it looking like a bad sculpt, it's on really weirdly, and it's on a body we've had so many times. Like, you have so many new bodies, and you use that.
Yeah, man. I saw a lot of people saying that it would have been nice if they used the Omega Red body.
Yeah, but you have fucking Sabretooth's new head sculpt looking like Slappy the dummy from Goosebumps. Like, come on. I don't want the sculpted lines. You got to stop with this cheap out. Like, you know, the fact that Wolverine's mask is removable, like if you heat it up a little too much, it's not a big deal because you don't see a seam. But you literally see, like, laugh lines on Sabretooth. Like, he's old man Sabretooth, and, like, his growling has gotten the better of him, and it just wrinkled.
It just stuck.
It just stuck. Ah!
Don't make faces, kids.
That's it.
Basically.
Real quick, Rick, I actually also got that Apocalypse Wave. I keep forgetting about all my Legends I picked up because they basically go straight into my storage with the rest of them. So I've been picking up, I got the Venom Wave and the Apocalypse Wave from Comic Bug, and then they're holding the Sauron Wave and the Spider Wave that they just got in this week, and I'm just like up to here with fucking Legends, dude. It's too much.
Yeah,
Too much is not enough.
they're not stopping, man. You know, I got a. They're not in until Monday, but I got a bunch of fucking Marvel Legends things. So those are all coming this way. Bang bang! Can't wait for that.
I've been looking around for the Walgreens releases, and it's nothing but Medusas around here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about a thing a little bit actually too. But yeah, go ahead.
Let's get into that.
What else? What else did I get? I've been buying a bunch of accessories from that store, Hobby Lobby. Just a bunch of random stuff. Like I bought a fucking coat hanger.
Have you bought the accessory pack off the A.C.B.A web shop?
Oh, I plan on it, baby. I plan on it. 100%.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that too.
At only $16 is quite a deal. So
quite a deal.
God, I mean, you're blowing me away, man.
Blow my mind, Frank.
I have Ginyu and Mullet Man 1 and 2 coming in. And I don't think I've really bought anything else other than, like I said, the Apocalypse Wave stuff, the Thing. I don't know if I had Silver Surfer last time I did the show, but I got that. Fantastic figure. And, I think that's it, man.
On the note of also cheap Legends, I've seen that I think the Lizard Wave has been showing up in Walmart for like $6.50 a piece.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, and some Walgreens are also clearancing out older Legends. So this is on Reddit. I can pull it up, but basically, I've been seeing people getting like entire waves of Legends for dirt cheap. So
you know what? I'd like to build another Lizard because I wanna mod it.
Yeah, to build my first Lizard.
don't just do like some of these cats. Like, you know, I don't want to take shots at nobody, but the way you guys cut up your Lizard is blasphemous. All you have to do is literally turn the thigh around and peg it back in. Like, you don't got to be slicing him up like he's a Kardashian trying to lose the baby weight. flip the thighs off, and you don't got to do all that cutting.
Take another Kardashian approach and just lift the thighs.
Boom! See, there we go. Black China, lift the thighs, man.
I was about to commend you because that was probably the safest Kardashian family reference you could have made.
Until you went slicing
things up. I'm gonna just screen share this real quick. The guy's got the stickers on it and everything.
Oh yeah.
For the Walgreens.
Yeah.
My
Sandman
God.
Wave.
$1.99.
$1.99, huh?
$1.99.
Yo, I need that goblin. I need that goblin. I need all three of these.
This is a good chance.
Where the fuck is that goblin sitting?
And it's the Shaka with the Thunderbolt symbol too.
That's right.
It's the variant one. It's not even the one without the logo.
Mm-hmm.
And we got everyone's favorite army builder, apparently, Jackal.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. What was the deal with that? Well, I guess that's kind of part of his character, right? Is he makes clones, but has he made clones of himself in the comic books? I don't know.
Well, that's why we as the photographers are the writers of these stories.
Right, no doubt. No doubt.
Chris Lyons is in the comments right now. Why aren't you fuckers reading? I don't read books here, huh?
Right, and then somebody else found something at Walmart for super cheap. I think it might have been Mysterio for like $6.50 or something. I'll find it and pull it up again.
Yeah, nice long cat. All right, so
right, they're doing a long cat figure. Did you see that? They're doing a long cat figure.
Yeah, the caterpillar figure. That thing looks wild.
This is hilarious.
I'll go, I guess. Unless you got more stuff, Rick. My bad.
No. I said I was done.
Oh,
I surprisingly, even though we've been gone like a month, I didn't get a whole lot.
Yo, you know why? You know why you didn't get a lot? Because Spider-Man came out.
Boom. Oh no, wait. I forgot. I made a big purchase while I was gone. It wasn't big for me, but retail is big.
Fucking money bags over here.
No. I say that because I bought a Hot Toys Marty McFly, but I only paid $20 for it because I had.
I just guessed when I said 20.
I had so much credit built up on my sideshow because you accumulate points.
Mm-hmm.
And for the past 3 years, I haven't spent a single dime, and I only paid $20 for Marty McFly.
Hell yeah,
oh, nice. That's real nice, man.
That was sick. Nothing better than cheap ass Hot Toys.
Word.
Oh my God, $4.50 for fucking Mysterio?
Right?
And that's Walmart?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Man, can you imagine if it was the green head one though?
Oh my God.
Oh, speaking of which, if I guess I'll update this with a link later, but Dave Castle had some cool glow in the dark cast of the green Mysterio heads too. If you guys want to purchase one of those, he had sent me one a minute ago, and I keep forgetting to set up a new display and use it and shit. But it's money. It's really, really nice, actually.
Definitely do want.
Shout out to Dave Castle. Don't message him complaining about things, please.
And don't put up disputes on PayPal and eBay because you're an idiot.
Yeah, don't get them started, man.
Man, leave that poor man alone. Y'all, you guys don't leave this poor guy alone.
I'm sure we just lost half the audience because they all rushed off to their Walmarts and Walgreens.
True.
Yeah, fuck this show. I'm trying to get that Mysterio for $450.
$450. Can't beat that, bro.
I'll go. Let's see. I got the Ginyu in today, actually.
Nice.
I was expecting him on Monday, but luckily I got him in today. I was just freaking out. I checked my tracking and there he was. So I'm pretty excited. It's not even like the one I pre-ordered. I got this like from a seller on Facebook who got his
I see.
Yeah, who got his shipment in like last Thursday or something. And I was all like, fuck it. I'll just get one now. Especially after seeing like some of those like QC horror stories. I'm like, it won't hurt to have two. So
no doubt.
So I got one. Yeah, this figure's crazy, man. I love this figure. Like the QC stuff that you're hearing online is there. Like we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, I guess. It's the next topic anyway. But like I got the Ginyu. My Frieza soldiers are coming in as well as a second Ginyu. I got all my Saiyan Rays on Earth Gokus. I can't remember if I talked about that. I got like 5 now, which is great.
Dude, the resell on that thing already, it's just...
Yeah. It's a regular release.
What is going on, man? Why are they... I don't understand why the production numbers are so low. Did they honestly think like, well, the anime's ended, let's just cut things back a little bit? They're not going to care.
I have no idea. Like, I think they probably had a set number, and then they're all like, well, let's just play it safe with this. But then there's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the SH Figure Arts climate lately, like with all these pre-orders selling out and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that only added to the hype of getting any new figure that hits the market. So, like, even though Goku is like a regular release and he will be reprinted, people are like, let's just...
Many times.
Yeah, let's just... pull it up. Even like Awakening Goku is like going up now. Like that's a regular release too. It's super weird.
I believe Awakening Goku and Broly are their 2 highest selling figures ever.
Yeah,
because they produce so many. It's ridiculous.
And Broly is like he's a web exclusive, but they'll keep on finding colors to reprint him in. Trust me. So don't even worry about it. I got that 1000 Toys Ethro. Like that red figure, I guess. Let me screen share, I guess. Let's see. It is... Well, I can't operate my computer right now, so let's see. I got that. It's really cool. It's this guy right here. This little red guy. He looks super cool. I got it from 1000 Toys, so I got that extra head sculpt too.
What's the deal with this? Is it from an actual anime or something?
It's from a manga.
That looks really interesting.
It looks incredible, and the figure
looks crazy.
The figure like wants me to like get into the manga. I haven't read the manga yet. Like I have a friend who's crazy into manga, and he's like been telling me to read this thing for like months now, and I'm like, oh shit, a figure for that came out, and like. I have that figure on pre-order. I should probably read this manga. But like it looks really cool. This here's like the exclusive head sculpt. Looks pretty sick.
That looks crazy.
It's nice, man. If there's one complaint I have about it, it's like the feet. Like his heels are like rounded, so you have to like finagle his feet. His heels are rounded, and like hit the palms of the soles of his feet are rounded too, but his toes are flat, so it's weird. I don't know. I might like bring him to my job and like literally take the soles of his feet to like a belt sander and just flatten them out. Like, I mean, Why would you not? I'll do the same thing to the Ginyu too, because the Ginyu has some softer heels.
You know what? I noticed that when I saw E's review. I noticed that the feet looked kind of like rounded. They looked like they looked like he had on like orthopedic shoes or something.
Right, what the hell's going on here? I got kicked out. What happened?
We're talking about Ginyu's orthopedic shoes.
They're roasting Ginyu.
Oh my god!
And Peggy Hill shoes.
You mean his Burger King specials?
Basically,
that Burger King shoes.
Those are not Yeezys.
And then I don't know. I got a bunch of other shit. Like I got the '90s Pennywise. Pretty stoked about that. And
Which one is that? Is that the one with all the balloons or the other one?
The one with mad balloons. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I need that.
Hold these balloons.
It's crazy. Yo, if like these balloons, I couldn't believe it. They're so hidden in the pat. Like, there's always this one like swapper like in my area, and like I was so scared that when I bought this GameStop thing that these fucking balloons wouldn't be in there because you can't even see them in the package. And like, luckily, shit was there. So I'm like, oh, tight. This guy's not up to his tricks yet. So
yeah, he's listening right now. Like,
he's foiled again. I got that. I got my NECA Turtles just in time for them to be announced that they were GameStop exclusives now separately. So that's pretty great. And then
did you overpay for them? How much you pay?
No, I got them for retail.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. Actually, Danny LeBlanc hooked me up.
If you got them for retail, then it's a good deal, even if they are.
I don't know.
Shout out to fucking Danny LeBlanc.
Am I bugging?
Rookie, but he's the man.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. Am I bugging, or did they put up the turtles for retail individually, and then they put up the four of them together, didn't they?
No,
Yeah.
It's a bundle of the individual releases.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not a 4-pack, but it's a 4-pack.
Right, but it'll save you the trouble of ordering 4 separate times to get
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. All right.
It's because when people were ordering it individually, apparently they were getting charged shipping individually for each one.
Okay.
So to fuck with that, they decided to make it one like bundle thing, and I think it's like what $93, $95 or something.
Yeah, it's in the 90s for sure.
So
I'll take.
I was thinking about that actually earlier today, and I realized that they announced I don't know if it was on. I can't imagine it was on purpose, but like I'm sure they waited to announce the GameStop exclusive Turtles for GameStop Expo, like the managers conference that they have. So basically, GameStop every year they fly all their managers out to some expo, basically like a mini E3, so they can like have like workshops for the newest games coming out and shit like that. So now that GameStop has acquired ThinkGeek and they sell figures, like some figure guys are there. So obviously NECA probably just waited until that conference to like announce their exclusive Turtles. But it happened to line up exactly when everybody was receiving their Turtles from like ordering on NECA online, and I just thought that was like hilarious this morning.
Well, as far as I know, and I've been rewatching my interview from this year where he did kind of hint, his wording was that there were other players, in the game that he might be able to, negotiate that kind of thing with. But as far as I know, it didn't seem like it was a done deal yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it did happen to leak on GameStop as well. Like
sure did.
Weeks, and we even had I'm looking for it right now, but we had a thread in Plastic and Paint.
Yeah, I was egg on my face. I was so sure.
Or whatever, but then no, it seemed like somebody had just found out about it then. But that particular picture of like the listing on the GameStop website was leaked like 3 weeks before that.
Yeah.
So it was in the works for a while, but
it sounded like that. It sounded to everyone like we were about to get some head knockers.
Yeah,
right?
I was so sure that they weren't going to be the NECA Turtles just because of the pricing and all that stuff, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I remember you thought. Yeah, here we go. I found the thing here.
Yeah, I thought
the pricing made it seem like it would be an individual release, non-ultimate NECA figure. So I kind of thought it was going to be this from the beginning.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as versatile in NECA as you are. So
right. Yeah, and $22 for a head knocker is like definitely not what that costs. That's like a $10 thing, I think. But anyway, yeah, it's good news for everybody, but don't feel like you got cheated if you still got the Comic-Con set, because you're still getting the exclusive packaging. and the individuals won't come with, I think, the pizza box or the mutagen canister.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, and you get exclusive fucking, packaging with the LJN logo and like all the the FHE logo and the NECA style and like the big VCR packaging. It's still cool.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of this exclusive is for fans, and if you're driven enough to get it, then you love money or you're a fan of Turtles. So
right. Honestly, and if you're complaining and you overpaid that, because you thought it wasn't going to be available, then you really aren't that big of a fan, because you should have kind of seen this coming in terms of like NECA always trying to figure out new ways to release these things in a way that makes sense for them and makes sense for their licensing.
Yeah, and it's the exact place that Playmates would never be.
Right.
Fucking GameStop.
And I had speculated actually maybe Target, because Target also doesn't have a Turtles presence.
Yeah, they must have just sold really poorly, because there's absolutely no Turtles presence anymore, even with the new show. Only Walmart is carrying that stuff right now.
Right, exactly. And on top of that, NECA doesn't even have their toys in the toy section. It's in the DVD section.
Yeah, it's with the Rick and Morty.
Right, and all the Stranger Things shit.
And the sweet pops.
Sweet pops.
It's definitely good news for people that wanted this, but not everybody's as connected into this world as we are, so you can't really like blame them.
Not everyone is as smart and as incredible as we are.
Right.
We're amazing human beings.
And honestly, if you paid fucking basically double the price, $250, which is what I saw it going for at the very minimum on eBay, then you got played. Honestly, like you shouldn't.
You were gonna
I get you. I get you want to be Turtles.
Yeah, I think
No, but hear me out.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
They were highly desirable, but to pay essentially a scalper that much for something is feeding the scalper market, and honestly, you should know better.
Yeah,
it's your damn fault. Sorry.
For shame.
I'm sorry, but come on. I wanted them, and if I had missed out, I still wouldn't have paid fucking $250 or whatever.
You know what, America? It's time you get
I took the L, and then been happy when the thing got leaked, or when when it was officially announced that we'd be seeing it at retail.
So we're not going to see these Turtles until 2019, though, right?
Yeah, it's looking like January, February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Okay. Well, continuing.
Back to Pancho's pickup.
That's really it. I got a hat today. It's the hat that Krillin wears when he first gets on Namek. That says Krillin on it. It's the greatest hat in the world. I love it. It fits my giant fucking head, so that's even better. Finding hats to fit my fat head is pretty rare. So I'm pretty happy to get this hat. And then it's not figure related, but I found the first camera I ever owned that was fully mine. I found it on eBay. It's like a Intel. It's basically like a webcam, but you can take it off. It looks like an old film reel camera, but it's like an old Intel camera, and it came with the weirdest kiddiest software ever. But I found it on eBay for $10, and then this guy had a best offer button, so of course I exploited that, and so I got that, and I don't know what I'm planning on doing with this thing. I'm just very excited to have the first camera I ever did stuff with, and the first it came with a software too, so it's the first software I ever learned how to edit on too. So I'm pretty stoked to get that. And then the only other thing I guess worth mentioning is there's this guy on SH Figure Arts USA who's doing custom torso casts, shirtless Goku torso casts, and that had been going on for a while. Those were probably in production for maybe 4 months, 4 or 5 months, and then I got that, and this thing it's pretty cool too. So
really good quality stuff. I wanted to buy, but when you don't know someone and they say they're starting something new, you're like,
Yeah, I bit the bullet because it was a down payment type of deal, and I was like, all right. I mean, if I can eat $7 if it doesn't fall through. Like at least it wasn't like the full amount. But like he was pretty credible. He had good sources. He had good feedback in the group. So I was like, I'll take a chance on him. And he had done customs before, I believe. So I mean, he definitely had the skill set, and these came out really well. And as a matter of fact, like there was a slight issue with mine, and I messaged him, and this guy's like based overseas as well. So I messaged him as soon when I got mine with my issue, and he messaged me back like super quick and helped me through the issue in mine and helped me get it fixed. So I was like, oh wow, that's pretty nice of you.
Yeah, it's very strange. These guys like are really helpful from China and stuff like that. Like anytime I have a problem, like with the person I bought the slam dunk figures, the Dasein figures from, like anytime there's ever something wrong, he sends me another one. I just have to prove to him that something's wrong.
Yeah, well, put a pin in that and remind me of that when we talk about Ginyu in just a couple of minutes as well, because they said something about that too. But that's basically all I got that's worth mentioning. Like as always,
you got something else.
What would I get? You
got yourself a big fat orange thing.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, Rick hooked me up with a thing. So I'm pretty stoked on that. Thank you, Rick. You're the man.
With a rocket. Oh yeah,
thanks for the thing.
Literally, the moment after I got it for you, it was not able to add to cart anymore.
My man.
what a lucky save.
My man, Rick with the save. All right, Boog, what'd you get?
All right. How many weeks has it been? 3 weeks?
It's been a while.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Three weeks.
All right. So I guess I'll go backwards too. Most recently I got the Sentinel Iron Giant, which is a really, really nice figure, but you don't get enough for the price point. I do recognize that it is there's some die cast, there's some some die cast parts. It's a heavy figure, but you don't get enough accessories to really like allow you to explore a lot of the things that happened in the film or whatever. So
what accessories do you get with it?
You get 2 additional sets of hands. You get fists, open hands, and another open hand, if I'm not mistaken. You get the sort of like jagged teeth mouth. You get like a couple of different eyes, I guess.
You get red eyes?
And nope.
Damn.
And that's it.
Jagged teeth and no red eyes? What the hell?
That's it. That's it. No weapons. Oh, you get the Superman emblem. And the way that they did it for you to apply it was pretty cool, but then again, pretty cheap. I was expecting like a magnet or something like that. It's like a clip that you clip under the chest plate. I was expecting a magnet for the price point. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, a little lackluster for the price point, but still very nice. Really nice articulation, and but it's a weird scale because you got to get like super miniature figures and cars and stuff if you want to like really do your thing as far as A.C.B.A. goes. You know what I'm saying?
I said the moment we saw that figures listing go up. I mean, you could even go back to the podcast. I said it. I said there's no Hogarth.
Yep.
You can at least get that, just a little Hogarth.
Right. Yeah. It didn't need to be posable. It just needed to be a little static Hogarth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they kind of dropped the ball. But I guess they got motherfuckers. I guess because people definitely paid that price, and the domestic price right now is nuts. So
yeah, man. I'm please don't nobody be buying these import figures from Big Bad Toy Store. They don't know what they're doing if it's not Bondi.
What's
the
Big
Bad?
Up the ass.
What's the Big
Hey man, hey, they're a sponsor, man.
But please buy from Big Bad Toy Store as soon as you can. Use the affiliate code down below.
Use the affiliate code.
Big ups to Big Bad Toy Store.
But yeah, domestically, it's a little nuts for that and for a lot of shit. I saw the fucking price of that Thor. The Avengers Infinity War Thor, they want $124 for a fucking 6-inch figure.
That's insane.
I'm like, crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
I understand.
No gracias, señor.
Yeah. No mas.
Yeah, no mas, please.
What's the retail for Iron Giant is let's see, it's like 120 yen or something. No, 14.
It's more than that, bro. I paid about 153 US dollars after conversion.
Shipped or no?
Shipped.
Okay. Yeah, it's
So,
it's 127 converted base price, which is nuts.
Okay, yeah.
Yo, but like, I mean, I think for a lot of people that are in the scene, especially for Iron Giant and stuff like that, like if you're educated on what's going on with Iron Giant, you know that your only other option is that Mondo figure, and that thing is like 700. It's like 7 bills, 8 bills. So
and it's a bigger figure too.
It's huge.
Remember when that thing came out and Solid Snake had like 3 of them?
Word. Yeah, I was saying though, and I put up a couple videos over the past couple weeks or whatever, but I had mentioned that Johnny really put that fucking Mondo Iron Giant on the map, man. I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was
Sergeant B himself.
But yeah, I got Iron Giant. That was the most recent thing I got, and I also got Sakura, the Street Fighter Sakura, which was on my pile of loot for a while. Really nice. Bandai's been doing pretty good with their stuff. I definitely wouldn't say that they're topping Storm as far as the Street Fighter stuff goes, because I mean you get so much plastic with Storm. But what else did I get? I got a couple of multiple men, and I got the we definitely didn't talk about this. I got the Soap Studios figures, the Flash and Green Arrow, and the Batman and Ra's al Ghul 2-pack. But I reviewed those. I talked about them pretty extensively in the reviews. Decent, not the greatest figures. Definitely a little lackluster. No way, or shape, or form are they fucking with anything Mezco has ever put out, even Mezco's worst figure. But with some support, they could probably build up and be something that could support your Mezco collection and, allow you to do some kit bashing and different things. So,
yeah, that's really the only thing I'm interested in that line for. Is just kind of as a supplement to Mezco. It's like they're expensive is the thing, because I'd love to get a couple.
Yeah, we echoing too. I don't know if it's me or what's going on, but
my bad, it's probably me.
But yeah, they are overpriced for what you get in, no question about it, and there are quality control issues too. Quite a few quality control issues with the arms popping off, and this.
I think Dallas snapped the neck on one of his too.
I saw that. I saw a picture. So they are pretty frustrating though, but. I don't know. They out of Hong Kong, so take that how you want to take that. And I think that was it over the past few weeks. I think that was it since the last time we recorded. Well, I got my Special Ops Punisher, which I had a couple because I had got it from SDCC, but I had did a lot of trading and selling and bullshit. But my official one that I had ordered from Mezco came, and I literally just opened it yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I'm about to post a picture of it on my Instagram actually. But yeah, so I think that's it for me.
You like it?
I love it. It's great.
What do you think of the suit? The material is super interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best suits that Mezco has put out in terms of the posability. You still being able to pose them around. I think they should do more stuff in that sort of material.
Did you get the Doctor Strange too?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I did get Doctor Strange, but the Doctor Strange I reviewed was my man Ed's, and mine is still sitting on my pile of loot. So I haven't been able to fuck around with him for real. You know what I'm saying? But that figure is very, very nice as well. I think that's one of Mezco's best figures. Aside from
the style definitely works really well for that, the clothed medium.
Yeah.
But the one big problem I had with it is that he's always fucking sagging. I can't get his pants to sit up.
Just about to say that. I was about to say the major problem with the figure is this guy is like Doctor Strange in the hood. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because you can stretch it up and it'll fit the waistline, but the material will always go back down or whatever. And
yeah, they should have stitched that to his waist or some shit. Because I mean, unless they had some intention of you pulling off the pants and changing his pants or some shit, there's really no point.
But you can't because it gets sealed into the foot.
Right. He's got the footies. So yeah.
Right. And I hope with the Comic-Con one they do something a little different with that. I noticed there's a different pattern on the pants, so I hope that doesn't different pattern on the pants.
It's just an illusion.
It's just an illusion. An illusion, Michael.
But yeah, the pants on Doctor Strange are fucking weird. No question about
Right.
it. It was
So
a nice.
I also hope that the Defenders one has something different going on there, like the top is stitched into the bottoms or something. Because yeah, that's the one thing that really bothers me.
It was a nice touch to have them have magnets for the cape too. I thought that was really cool.
You know, it actually works really well too if you pull out the Eye of Agamotto on his chest,
and you can tuck it in there.
Yeah. You strap the cape on and then you plug it in to kind of hold it in place too. It works really well. I think, yeah, like you said, it definitely works really well for Mezco style. But fuck those pants, man.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. We could hop into the topics. We echoing still a little bit, but I'm gonna mute myself. What's the first topic?
This Ginyu, the demoniacal fit stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll speak on that. I guess so.
Yeah, you're the only one with the shit.
That's true. I sure am. I monopolized the situation.
Yeah, I saw Elvis's review. It didn't make me really excited about the fucking figure, but it didn't look bad, and it didn't. I wasn't expecting too much anyway, so it didn't disappoint, and it didn't overwhelm. It was fine. It's pretty much what I expected it to be. You know what I'm saying? From what I see.
You know, what's interesting that I thought
they were.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like that's it. Like it's the first entry in a third party company. Like it is what it is. Like, you know, like if you fuck with third party stuff, or if you know what third party stuff entails, then you should know what you're getting yourself into. That being said, I think it's a really great first entry. I'm trying to find that picture I posted in P. But
that picture was fire.
An interesting thing that I noticed about these reviews that were coming out is it seems like a lot of these guys like got it in the mail and went straight to the camera. Didn't even fuck with the figure at all. Like which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like I've done that before with like SH Figure Arts reviews, like my Goku, and like some of the reviews I'll do that just so I can get my genuine first reaction on camera. But when it comes to this, I knew that I would want to mess around with it, especially after watching people's reviews, because a lot of people are saying that the joints are kind of like still, so some of the joints are like mad loose, and then some of the other joints are like too stiff, and a lot of people are complaining that you can't get him in like dynamic poses because his joints are like frozen together or something like that. And I was all like, that's really strange. I was like, I really hope it's not like that. But I was messing with my Ginyu figure. I have it up here. I guess I'll screen share too so you guys can see. But like, I was messing with my Ginyu figure, and yet, you know, some of the stuff came frozen. Like his thigh swivel was a little hard to get going, and like this little, like how the joint where you get him to do the splits was a little stuck as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so if you are,
I see those feet right
yeah, crazy.
Yeah, they look crazy.
But like if you're familiar with just squeezing out as much posability out of your figures as possible, then you know how to angle these joints. You know how to twist them and get the most, dynamic poses you can out of these figures. And that's basically what I was doing with this Ginyu figure. I was just messing with it for like an hour or two. Me and my wife were just like watching TV in the living room, and I was just messing with the figure. And I'll admit, like when I first got out of the package, it was hard to get these joints going. But the more and more you start messing with it, like the more and more you start noticing that like there's a wider range of movement than a lot of these reviewers were saying in their review. A lot of these reviews are even going as far to saying like it feels brittle, which I can understand. So they didn't want to push their figures like to the limit in terms of posing. But like, it's an action figure, man. What are you supposed to do? Like, if it breaks, whatever. I mean, obviously not whatever, but like if it breaks, try and fix it or just buy a new one. Like, speaking of that, like I was saying earlier with you, Rick, demonical fit, demoniacal, Jesus Christ, that name. Demoniacal fit is going as far as to say like, if any of your figures come with QC issues, like if you guys are missing like a side skirt, a lot of people are saying, some guys are saying that their figure came without a side skirt. Some guys are saying that like on like the gauntlet, it looks, you can see where some of the molding is a little out of whack and stuff, and some of the paint apps are a little weird. they're saying like, yo, if you're getting a weird figure, let us know. They're saying let your seller know, and your seller will replace that for you. And if they refuse to, if they refuse to, let us know. And not only will we send you a new figure, but we'll blacklist that seller too, because we don't want to be fucking with anybody that's not trying to, you know, rep our stuff and give you the best customer service available.
Where's the DJ Khaled horns at?
Exactly.
Well, that's good money, no question about it.
So,
you know what I like too. What I noticed, not to cut you off, but I like the fact that they gave you more than enough additional heads as far as like with the scouter and without the scouter and shit. I mean, they could have fixed it where the scouter could like peg in and he could still have the ear or whatever the case may be. But the fact that they didn't just skimp out and they gave you a whole extra head, I thought was really, really cool, man.
It's interesting you say that, because like I think the reason I know the reason they give you all these extra heads is because the way the scouter is engineered is the scouters are removable. But like it has a peg in it, but because it has a peg in it and it pegs into the Ginyu head, there's no ear on that Ginyu head. But like you said, like they could have gone the route like they did with like Scouter Vegeta, like how their Scouter is hollowed out and it has like a very thin peg in it and it goes over his ear. But then they give you a separate Vegeta head for that, because that the Vegeta head that has the Scouter has a big ass hole in the side of his head for the Scouter to peg in. But like you said, it's a lot better that they gave you these extra heads, because not only does it give you the option to, you know, display it with a scouter, but it also gives you 3 extra scouters that you can give to other characters. Like, if you want to display Ginyu like just post body change with like the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, you can have like an extra scouter in Goku's hand because it's like removable and stuff like that. So it's really great. It's super cool. I really
tell me the deal with the Ginyu and the other 2 dudes that look exactly alike. Is that supposed to be the same dude, or is it just supposed to be random soldiers?
Well, yeah, so they're like Frieza soldiers, but they belong to the same race. So
okay, I got you. Okay,
the one with the orange hair, I believe, appeared in the anime, and the one with the blue hair appeared in a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the breakdown, I believe.
Yeah, and it's there. I haven't gotten those in yet, but a lot of the reviews are saying that they have the same issues as well, where some of the joints are a little bit weird. But because of that, now that I have Ginyu in hand, I know that if people are saying they have the same issues, quote unquote, air quotes here, like it'll be super easy. Wisman, actually, Michael Wisman, shout out to Michael Wisman, got his in, and he just took his shit apart, applied a little, you know, super glue to the joints to you know, thicken them out a little bit, and he says his joints are totally fine.
Yeah.
So, you know, I understand where some people are coming from, where they want a figure to come right out of the box, ready to go. And I understand that complaint when it comes to officially licensed stuff, where they have the backing of an entire multi-million-dollar company behind them. But when it comes to these third-party things, you know, you're gonna have to, you know, get your hands dirty with a little bit of modding here and there.
Yeah, I'm not expecting anything nuts from this company coming out the gate with these figures. A third party coming out the gate with some shit that's not officially released from Bandai Tamashii.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So it's not.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
Go back 13 years ago. Look at the first, you know, third-party Transformers.
Exactly.
They were not great.
And it's funny you bring that up, because Transformers are the perfect third-party analogy to this. Like you said, when they first hit the scene, you know, they weren't the greatest out there, but look where they are now. They've arguably overshadowed official releases.
Yeah, no doubt. There's Walton is always pointing out shit to me that's like, yo, get this. Fuck the MP version. Get this one. It's
and anytime I buy something that's official, Walton is always like, man, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny how the game is upside down and shit. Like, people look at you funny for buying the official release. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Anytime he gives me shit, I have to send him that Makai 5. I'm broke, baby.
I'm broke, baby.
I can't be out here spending all this third-party money.
Yeah.
He said, you look like you got money.
You look like you got money.
Yeah, so I mean, all in all, I think these guys are great. On the back of the box, Ginyu, like they show a teaser for Jace, which I guess will be their next figure out.
Fuck
Um,
yeah, Jace.
they have like a photo out of like his tooling already, like his prototype where he's all put together, like I think half put together. He looks pretty good, albeit his torso is a little wide, but I mean
Yeah, he's got a big torso, huh?
he sure does. It's
And,
strange.
we saw Guldo.
Guldo, yeah, that and like a lot of people are bugging because Guldo looks huge, but like the guy himself, Mad Marco, I think is his name, um, or that might be his partner. I'm not sure, like one of his business partners, because I know there's Demoniacal Fit because they put out those head sculpts too, those hair sculpts. But a lot of people associate that with Mad Marco, like his avatar is like a blue horse or whatever. So I'm not 100% sure on who is who, but like the guy came out and he was all like, "Yo, this is just a prototyping thing." He's obviously he's scaled up because I want to see how like the articulation works and if we can scale down this articulation and whatever. So the Guldo looks cool. This Ginyu is huge, like he is tall.
Yeah, it's a big figure, and from what I understand, the other dudes are even bigger than him,
Yeah.
or supposed to be bigger than him, right?
Yeah, so Ginyu is in scale. Like, I mean,
That's what I was going to say. I was surprised that he actually had the upper torso articulation, even though it has that little gap in the back when you start fucking with it.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that we were all like, kind
worried
of
about.
worried about and shit. Yeah, but yeah,
For
man,
sure.
it's not terrible, not terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
he's in
good.
scale. He's shorter than Broly. So like he's just the same height as Nappa. So I think that when Birder and Raccoon come out, they'll probably be as tall, if not taller than Broly. And then they'll just go down from there with Jace and then Guldo. I think Jace will probably be the same size as Goku, and then Guldo will probably sit around, if we're lucky, shorter than Krillin, but I could see him being the same size as Krillin.
And although not a Ginyu member, sign me up for a fucking Zarbon yesterday, please.
Yo, please tell me. They need to do Zarbon. They could probably since all these like they model this in like 3D Max or they're 3D models, and then so they could arguably scale up the Guldo and then make Dodoria at that point. Just a
Hell
little
yeah.
bit, just a little bit of retooling, and then just make a Dodoria with the same Guldo base. Because I mean, the dude's just a taller, fatter Guldo. So.
Yeah, his body shape is exactly the same. The legs are roughly the same length as Guldo's. You know?
So I'm pretty stoked on that. Next up, Thing, baby.
Oh my god!
Who wants to talk Thing?
Big things popping. Just randomly hit a few days ago on Walgreens.com. Shout out to Todd for giving out the heads up to everyone. I locked down as many as I could afford to lock down at the moment. For all those that missed out on the online thing, I just want to say it now that from what Todd says, his store has told him that their official release date is this coming Friday. So expect this week, Friday and Friday, and of course after that to see it in stores now.
If the store locator shows that it has it in the store, it just means that it's been scanned in. It's not on shelves, correct?
It actually means a different thing. Apparently, the barcode on the bottom of Thing is the exact same barcode on the bottom of Mr. Fantastic.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so Todd was saying that what he recommends is if you've been into your store and you've not seen Mr. Fantastic, then it is very likely that, like you just said, they were just scanned into the store but not on the shelf for Thing. But if you've seen Mr. Fantastic on your shelf recently, then it is very likely that it's just Mr. Fantastic. But Thing should be hitting, still any fucking day because Friday is the official release date.
Nice.
Yeah, because I haven't found either at my store.
Oh wow! So then you're golden if you do see it saying in stock, then it probably is just the Thing.
I still want Mr. Fantastic though.
Damn, I need a Johnny Storm. I haven't found him yet.
Interestingly enough, my comic shop got a bunch of Johnny Storms.
Hell yeah, dude. Damn, I knew who came out first. Invisible Woman came out first, right?
Right.
Yeah. So funny enough, my wife got her for me, And she was like just at Walgreens, and she was like, "Hey, do you have this?" Bless my wife. Shout out to my wife first
Man,
of all.
big shout out to Becca.
Man, marry that woman.
Shout out to my wife. Tries so hard. Like she doesn't really like she like she'll go to all these Marvel releases for me. She loves Marvel and stuff, but she hasn't like she hasn't like watched and like been involved in it since she was a kid. So she's pretty new to everything. So like she'll like she used to come home with like legends for me. She was like, "Hey, I got you this legend. Like, is this a cool guy?" And like at the beginning, I never had the heart to tell her like, "Yeah, I already got this guy. It's cool though."
I have to do that with my family all the time. Hey,
I
you
know,
like
right?
it?
Best.
Like, oh, I like that one. Yeah.
So like I finally like came clean, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna stop fucking you buying these. I'm just gonna stop buying these for you. Fuck it." So she stopped buying it for a long time, and then finally she came home one day with an Invisible Woman. She was like, "Hey, do you have this? Like, if you don't, I have the receipt." And I was like, "Oh shit, no, I don't have this. This is crazy. Thank you." And like I've said before on the podcast, like my area never gets shit, so I was surprised that they even had her. So like I was like, "Oh, tight, yeah." Like I have Invisible Woman, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" But now this means that I'm gonna have to complete this team. So now I'm gonna have to be out here looking for everybody. So like, thankfully she was able to find me a Mr. Fantastic as well, but I missed out on the Johnny Storm.
What a lady, man.
I know. I had to wife her immediately.
Damn, 100% wifed at that point.
Yeah.
Just like you. Well, maybe not just like you. My Walgreens never has anything, but I don't think it's the same reason yours doesn't. My Walgreens has a local reseller shop's wife working there.
Oh, fuck that. That
So
shouldn't be
I'm
allowed.
I will never find anything at my Walgreens. I tell Todd, and he always tells me, "Oh, just go check it." I tell him, "Dude, it's worthless. This guy is like is mainly a pop seller, so that's why his wife works there, because you make so much money off of variant pops that it is really worth it." But he also resells Legends, so it's pointless. Whatever's on the
Silver Surfer either. Any luck with that?
I only found Silver Surfer once on the pegs, and I had to buy it for my little brother. I already had it, thanks to Todd. Shout out to Todd, because he got it for me in his local area. But I only found one ever, and my little brother wanted it, so I ended up buying it for him. But I've not seen it at any other Walgreens around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no luck here either. Still looking.
Still for a Silver Surfer.
Yeah. So no Fantastic, no Thing, and no Silver Surfer cited for me.
Shit.
You know, it's crazy you say that, Fabio, because I think the best luck I've ever had at a Walgreens was in Torrance.
Ah, shit. Well, I don't live there anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with south of LAX anymore.
I went in at the height of popularity for Pizza Spider-Man, and I found 3 on pegs.
Oh, shit.
I made an absolute killing. It was incredible. I was like, damn, toys, I give a fuck about toys.
All right, should we move on here?
Yeah.
Speaking of Legends, your Archangel shipping, what's that about?
I didn't order through Entertainment Earth, so mine hasn't shipped, but people that order through Entertainment Earth are getting shipping notifications, so that's fucking sick, man. And I know some people already reviewed it even.
Holy shit.
And that was Amazon exclusive, or what was that?
GameStop exclusive, I think.
GameStop
Correct?
exclusive.
It was basically anybody that has a Diamond Distributors license. Yeah, because GameStop has it, Amazon has it, you know.
Comic Shop should have it then, huh?
Yeah, I believe Comic Shop should. I believe it's just a Diamond exclusive.
Okay.
But everybody fucking has it. It seems like Entertainment Earth is where everybody's gotten their shipping notifications from.
I'll have to add that to the pile of Legends that my comic shop's holding for me.
Are any of you guys getting it? Fabio, you just said you're getting it.
Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I already have the original one, you know, the original Hasbro one, so I might be okay, like, waiting on it, you know, but I will admit it is a nice deal, and I do have the Apocalypse Wave, so.
It's a cop for me. I'm buying
no.
Dang.
I don't know, man. It might be about. There's too many Legends hitting. It might be about time to get off the rabbit wheel. You know.
Oh.
Whoa!
Rat race. I don't know.
Damn.
We can talk about that when we get to my room tours.
I hit a like kind of a like a break. Like I've said before, like unfortunately I'm not as heavy into X-Men as the rest of the cast here. So these last few X-Men heavy waves, I kind of got a break. Me and my wallet. I do have this Archangel on pre-order at GameStop. Just so my store will get them. So
Fucking smart.
So like yeah, that's another interesting thing. Like if your local GameStop is one of those GameStops that never gets shit, just pre-order Legends at that GameStop, and then that will just put it into the algorithm that people are buying Legends here. Let's send them more Legends from the warehouse. It's literally how it works.
You got the
cancel your pre-order if you don't have the money for it.
Got the inside scoop here, folks, from a man behind the proverbial mask
That's it.
of GameStop. I'm like the opposite of Fabio. I've kind of taken like a step back on everything but Legends, just because they're so cheap. I'm so used to buying imports and doing payment plans on fucking Hot Toys that whenever I buy a Legend, I'm like, wow, that like did nothing to my bank account.
Feels good.
Yeah, an Ami order hits, and oh my god, it's like fucking $400, $500.
Yeah,
like,
trust me, God.
Yeah. So when I look at Legends, I'm just kind of like, well, maybe I'll just do more of this, because this is just too much, man. You'd be doing all this Ami.
I think to counter that point, I would say that there's just so many of them arriving at once, and it's also my fault because I haven't been necessarily as they release. I've kind of been letting them pile up and getting a couple at a time or whatever.
Oh, but yeah,
it's just like so many of them are coming in, and you're opening them so quickly, and you're going through them, and you're just kind of trying to get through the wave that like it kind of loses that special value of each one.
Yeah,
when you used to crack open a Toy Biz Legend and that China factory plastic smell would just hit you, and it would just
waft over you.
It's aromatic in some way.
There's a couple of brain cells in the process too.
Right. Yeah, that would explain a lot. But anyway,
I don't think anybody could disagree that it is coming out too fast. Whether I enjoy them just as much as I did for Toy Biz or not, it's fast. It's too fast.
Right. But in the sense that because you're opening so quickly and going through them all at once, that it if there is that smell, it gets taken into the atmosphere way too quickly to appreciate.
But your room already smells like it because there's too many fucking Legends you've been opening lately.
and it's too fast in every single level. The waves are insanely fast, and these exclusive releases are really fast too. We just got Silver Surfer.
Right.
We got Silver Surfer so often ago. I think the last episode we did, Todd was
talking about Silver Surfer.
That's right.
Todd was
3 weeks ago, and now we're talking about Thing less than a month later.
Yeah, it is too fast. I don't think anyone that collects the stuff can deny that it's too fast.
Right.
What would be the alternative? I mean, the alternative would be going back to how we got them when they were being released from Toy Biz. We got a new wave like every 3 months or something like that.
No, I think we only got like maybe 2-3 waves a year.
Well, yeah, that's about it. 3 to 4 months. That's
Okay.
it. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, pretty much. So when you knew well in advance when it was coming, you anticipated the fuck out of it, and then you got to wallow in that for 4 months until the next one came out or whatever. But like,
that's an interesting and complicated question. Like, what is the right pattern for release? Right. What is? It's something I have to think about.
I think right now is a good pace for them like fiscally. It's a great pace for them right now. It's just us being so intertwined with the culture and the source material, as well as being completionists ourselves. It's the perfect storm for us. This. It sucks. Specifically for us, it's great for them because they're making tons of money off of cats like us. But just because we love the source material, because we're figure collectors, because we love the BAFs, and because we're completionists, it's just like you guys said, you're almost getting fatigued at this point because it's like every single it's just like a barrage of figures just coming at you. It's like there's
only a handful of people that I know that got lucky like you, Pancho, where you just weren't about certain parts of the Marvel universe that much. Like I know Todd, does not buy much X-Men or even Spidey related stuff because that's just not his area. He does Avengers and
He doesn't do movie
Intergalactic.
figures either, right?
Yeah, he doesn't do movie. He doesn't do movie either. So he gets that break. Just like you, thankfully.
Even with the break, it's a little.
Yeah, even with the break, he still has to buy a lot because there's just so much of it. There's so
because
much.
even if I don't, have a special place for some of the characters in the wave, I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna fuck with that BAF, and then I gotta buy. I either gotta just like, so perfect example is with Sauron. Like a lot of the entire wave was X-Men stuff, and like I was like, all right, what do I do? Like, I know I'm gonna want at least some of these figures in this wave. Was that the wave with Wolverine in it or no?
Which one? That was Apocalypse.
No, that was
Sauron is the Deadpool wave.
Sauron is the Deadpool, the underwear and the cable and the.
All right, okay. So I got the cable, and then so I already had like a piece, and I'm like, so what do I do now? Do I just wait for a BAF to come loose on eBay? Do I pick and choose all the other parts on eBay? Or do I just buy a whole new BAF on eBay? Or do I just go through the entire line and then sell off the rest of the figures I don't want? So like, the fatigue is still there.
All right, let's go to the phones real quick. Let's see what the people are saying.
Caller number 126. We're on with the A.C.B.A. podcast.
Hi, I'm calling in from Jersey, and I just don't understand.
All right, let's go to Brian Carter in Minnesota.
Can I say first, I love the show. I love that you do it.
Long time, first time.
Long time, first time.
Best.
Fabio, I hate that they're always giving you crap for NECA, man. Keep doing your thing.
Fight a good fight.
I appreciate that, Brian in Minnesota.
Thank you, Jim.
Here's another fair point, though. Does this increased volume and frequency of Legends affect their quality control? For example, this Venom in the last Venom wave, the standalone with the Eddie Brock head, horrible paint apps. Just totally smudgy, and like the eyes are never inside the the sculpt of the eyes. It's just not a great QC wise, that whole wave, I think.
No, I really missed that wave because just like Pancho, I got lucky. I didn't really care about anything in that wave, so I didn't want to buy it, and that alternative Brock head makes me want to punch my wall. It infuriates me, so I never look for long at that figure.
Right. And thankfully, there's a better Eddie Brock head coming out from a different company. But
we're going to get to that later.
I know, we got to give people something to anticipate.
Bang, bang. Yeah, we're going to talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, man. Honestly, from that wave, I kind of want that Spider-Ham just solely based on the fact that I already have a Spider-Man Android, and I'm going to do that body swap, that head swap.
Oh, that swap is sick.
Honestly, the only reason I got the second Venom was to have a second Venom body to put the Port Grind head on.
Oh, man. I want that Port Grind, too, that Port Grind Venom.
Right. The Port Grind head is going to go on the original release, and then I'm going to have to, suck up having horrible paint apps on this new one as, like, Venom.
Fuck it. Let's just buy the whole wave.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Then again, that Carnage, that head sculpt looks really good on the Lex Luthor prisoner body. So, that's like getting 2 figures for 1, in my opinion.
Okay, so we got 3 figures, all of us want from. Damn, look at that Funko Pop bobblehead we got going on. That
head Yeah, it's funny. I got this wave, and I opened it like figure by figure in my office at work, and I've yet to bring the Venom home. I just left it in the office. I don't even know. Like, I just don't care about it. I don't know. It's so lackluster. It's just not the body they should have used for a new Venom. It's just, this head sculpt is stupid. I don't know. I left that. I left Scream, and I left Typhoid Mary just sitting in my office all this time, and brought the Build-A-Figure parts home.
The who knows what storyline this is from Typhoid Mary.
Pretty much. Yeah.
The only reason they released her is because she's one of the villains in Iron Fist season 2.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
Is
she? Yeah, I haven't watched one episode of Iron Fist.
Yeah, it's weird how they have that kind of synergy at Hasbro, where it just so happens that even though we're not doing an officially licensed figure from that TV show or whatever,
that nobody likes,
it happens to show up in conjunction.
Which, by the way, the second season has been much better.
Yeah, definitely. Huge improvement, but
let's note that, huge improvement.
I mean, the fight choreography right off the bat is you can tell is better, but
Yeah, because they're not forcing poor the Knight of Flowers over there, Laurel, whatever his name. Fucking
It's
Game
double.
of Thrones.
He has a double this season, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
and
he has a double
actually,
punch.
it's quite brutal too. Like violence comparable to Daredevil, honestly.
Yeah, that was surprising. It has more violence than fucking Luke Cage by a lot.
Yeah, dude, and really like kind of over the top, bloody, the Raid style.
Whoa, I gotta watch this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Comparable to Death Blow from the show Seinfeld.
Oh God.
Comparable to the Predator, honestly. Terrible movie, horribly confused in tone, but the violence is super like gory and over the top. Probably the most violent Predator movie.
As soon as I saw Keegan was on it, I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, right. And the Punisher's in there too, but I mean, his character is gonna offend people. Let's say.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, is he the dude disguised as another dude playing him?
No, he plays a dude with Tourette's, like the.
Oh my God!
Like Bigelow.
Wait! What?
Amy Poehler?
The Punisher, Thomas Jane, is in The Predator, and they play his Tourette syndrome for laughs, like in Deuce Bigelow.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Oh, it's woo! Go see it and have a laugh with me, boys.
That was one of Amy Poehler's darkest times.
Damn, who was I talking to yesterday or the other day? Oh, I was talking to Ed. He said he saw Predator. He said it was awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Designs are great. I love that Fugitive Predator figure, but my God.
Yeah, the design of the Predator is good.
Yeah, the classic Predator is like great. He looks great.
Is it like
the best scene in the whole movie?
Is it awful, or is it that sort of like Starship Troopers awful good?
From what I hear, it's nowhere near Starship Troopers.
No, it does not. It's not ironic in any sense. It's just like straight up,
just bad.
Bad, confused in tone. Like it's supposed to be, a Predator movie, and they play a lot of things for laughs. And the script is terrible. Everything is done by convenience rather than like any actual reason.
It's not snakes on a plane.
Does it offend you as a Predator fan?
I think they fucked up the lore a little bit.
Ooh.
Or, they kind of created a new slice of lore that didn't really make sense when they could have just, they had so much other stuff to go off of. But yeah, it's just literally anything that gets accomplished in the movie is because of some convenience. Like something just happens to happen. It's not great, unfortunately.
You think enough time has gone by to talk spoilers about that?
Yeah, we could. I mean, it's been out for like almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah, so I heard about the ending, and that ending is bananas.
That was clearly a reshot ending where basically the Predator came. The fugitive Predator was like he's a fugitive. He escaped, and the big old Predator is trying to track him down because he stole some technology from the Predator world. And at the end of the movie, what was clearly reshot is that the gift to humanity was a fucking Iron Man Predator suit. Literally, like this is they call it the Predator Killer, and it's just like a war machine armor with a Predator mask, and it has like 6 Gatling guns on its shoulders and like 6 lasers going off at once. It's just terrible.
Evangelion, is that you?
Yeah, it's not good, dude. If they would have brought out, and I think
so that was that big ass Predator shit that you saw in the preview, or that was some other shit?
That's the Assassin Predator, or the Upgrade Predator, which is like the Predator who's come down to hunt the fugitive Predator.
Got you. Okay.
And then it's bad, man.
It sounds really bad.
You should watch it and go in there like, okay, this is gonna be
when that shit when a decent copy pops up on Plex, I'll definitely watch it in the grid.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Like
it's just wow.
There was an article that came out about the supposed original ending with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, with Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to be in it?
He was supposed to cameo and sort of like end the film as like, hey, you guys did a good job. Come with me. Get in the chopper.
Yeah, get in the chopper. Come with me if you want to live. Get in the chopper.
Right. Exactly. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. And in the end, they reshot this this pod opening up, and it's this Predator's suit thing. When like everybody around me in the theater was like whispering to themselves, "Oh, what's in the pod? What's in the pod? It's gonna be Dutch. It's gonna be Dutch. It's the fucking Iron Man Predator."
It's Iron Man.
And there was a bunch of other footage that apparently got cut. Like they completely reshot the third act of the film because it was shot during the day originally, and then they decided like, oh, this isn't scary enough. Let's make it at night. And then the ending was completely changed. And by the way, one of the main plot points is that the kids, that finds the Predator gear has Asperger's, and so
that's right. He's on the spectrum.
he's on the spectrum, right? And so they make this whole point about how Asperger's is like the next stage in human evolution, and that's why the Predators come down to give himself Asperger's and achieve that next level.
That's
what?
That's insane.
Hilarious.
It's insane.
What?
100%, my dude.
What?
Was it Asperger's or autism?
It's Asperger's. Like they even have like your typical middle school bullies at the beginning of the movie that find this kid and they're like, "Hey, Asperger's."
God damn.
Oh Jesus.
What?
No topic is sacred.
And by the way, it's because of his Asperger's that he is able to figure out the Predator technology and access the interface of like the Predator gauntlet, and then get inside of the ship that contains, the Predator secrets at the end.
This is awful.
Apparently, the show on Netflix, Atypical, is a prequel.
Right.
That is retarded, man. I guess that's not the right choice of word to use, but that shit's retarded.
After that whole point I just made, yeah, it's not. But yeah, literally everything happens by convenience. Like
what else was out in the movies recently?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, if we're talking movies, we should talk about the Captain Marvel trailer.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's a good segue. I did real quick though. I did see Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible,
which was pretty cool. That was a fun watch. Yo, fucking Tom Cruise is 56 years old, bro.
Doing his own shit. Still doing his own shit. That's crazy.
He's running around and shit. Running on buildings.
And he still loves this woman.
Somebody told me that he broke his leg in filming of this last movie.
Yeah. He broke his ankle doing that rooftop jump.
Yeah.
Okay. In the footage,
getting his Jackie Chan on.
Yeah, getting his Jackie Chan on. So yeah, all right. So Captain Marvel trailer. What do you guys think?
I think it looked good. It looked like your typical sort of Marvel fare. It didn't look like it was anything less than other first trailers.
Yeah, it looked fine to me. Everybody's mad over the Piccolo scrolls, but they look like scientist scrolls. I don't know.
Scrolls.
They look like scientist scrolls. Even the Legends figures, they just look like scientist scrolls.
That is funny. You sound like you said Piccolo scrolls. That sounds like some real Dragon Ball Z lore or some shit.
In this brand new season they just announced of Dragon Ball Stars, the Supers is gonna have to do with Piccolo scrolls.
The scrolls. So, but yeah, I thought it looked good. I thought it looked decent. It didn't knock my socks off, but I didn't think it was whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some of those, it was fine. It was fine. We'll see what happens.
How can you hate on someone that punches a grandma?
Yeah, punches a grandma.
That literally zero context on that. No glowing eyes, like nothing.
Nothing. Exactly.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are like, "Oh my god, a grandma!"
Yeah, punch a grandma.
Well, we gotta see what this hero is all about. He's punching grandmas,
basically. So yeah, that was the highlight of the trailer, I think, pretty much. But I expect us to see a bunch of surprises, a bunch of Easter eggs, and whatever. I mean, it's her introduction into the Marvel universe. I don't expect it to be nuts, but I will say that the CGI or makeup or whatever the fuck they use for Samuel Jackson looked pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah, it's CGI, dude.
We got a lot of callbacks to previous characters that we've seen before in the MCU. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's delivering well enough. It just like Boog said, it just didn't like. Oh my god! If I put Captain Marvel,
it's a movie that we want just to like, kind of quell our appetite into Avengers 4 and shit, and give us a little more insight, a little more context, and a little more clues for what might be to come in the next Avengers film and shit too. Yeah. So it's not. I don't expect too much out of it. So
it feels like a palate cleanser movie. Like it's gonna be good, but it's not meant to be the next craziest thing.
Right. This is kind of the other half of the story that you're not getting. This is supposed to lead up to the ending of, give us some context as to the ending of Infinity War. So if nothing else, it is kind of vital for the overall story. But I think, like right here, I think there's some good stuff. I think a lot of people are also complaining that she doesn't smile enough, which is like weird, I think.
Oh man, it was so
mean-
funny. Her response, how she put like a bunch of
Smiles.
Photoshop pictures of like sad moments with superheroes with a big ass smile on their face.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you're right, we all need to smile more.
Right.
But, yeah, it's not like she's a comical character
No.
in the comic books anyway. It's not like
Right.
she's running around smiling. She's fucking shit up in the comic books too. So
Yeah, and the person she dates is a total hard ass too. War
Yeah,
Machine.
yeah.
I mean, in the comics, he's not like he is in the film. He's an army man.
It's a war
I
machine.
like that. I also like
War Machine.
Blockbuster video that she crashes into, and not just Blockbuster, because that means this is early '90s.
What'd you say?
The fact that she crashes into a Blockbuster video and not just a Blockbuster kind of
Oh,
puts this
shit.
in the early '90s.
That's it.
Or
Let's hope it's
VHS,
next
baby.
door to a Funko Land.
Oh, damn, if they pop into a Funko Land or a KB Toys, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Hell yeah.
Sign me up for that shit.
I
Really
would-
selling.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had an old Toys R Us or some shit in this.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to
Yeah, let her
fuck with
walk
us.
into a McDonald's and get a McPizza.
Or the McRib.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it. I'm particularly interested in the universe building in this movie just because this character alone, just she'll flesh out so much of of the potential of where the MCU can go, like introducing the Kree and Skrulls and all that stuff.
Right.
So like just a bigger part of the the full universe is being unveiled in this movie. So that's pretty cool. Like we got a taste of it obviously in like, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy and other like, you know, space opera type movies like Thor and stuff, but like you know, fleshing it out more with more corners of the universe, I think is really cool.
And you know, we've said this before, but I mean, fucking kudos to Marvel for taking their time and building this whole thing out, man, and mapping this whole thing out, man. Kudos to Marvel, man.
I think it's gonna be. I either think it's just gonna be like kind of like a Doctor Strange thing where it just kind of came and went, like because so for me Doctor Strange was just like I saw it in the theater and that's it. I haven't really gone back and watched it.
Right. It kind of acts as a setup for Infinity
Yeah.
War.
It was just like kind of filler, honestly.
Right.
I mean, like introduces a character, great, and it introduces a strong character that is beneficial for the next big ass movie. And I feel like it's either going to be that, or people are just going to like it's going to take off, like Guardians of the Galaxy took off, pretty much. There's probably not going to be an in between for this. I think it's going to be one or the other.
yeah.
Real
We have
quick,
Richard Rider show up in the movie, and it's gonna blow people away.
here's an interesting point from Needful Things. Although Carol Danvers, he basically mentions that, you know, Rogue took her powers from Ms. Marvel originally. If the X-Men get introduced, we could actually have a proper fucking Rogue origin, you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that would be a great way to tie everything in.
That would be nuts. That would be pretty nuts.
Just out the gate when she comes back from after Infinity War, boom! Somebody touches her face, and ah! That's her getting her powers drained from her. If you didn't know, that's what the noise that I made. Ah!
Yeah, when she wakes up in the hospital on Earth, the nurse touches her, and I don't know, whatever.
It's the Joker. Psych.
Hey,
Joaquin
great segue,
Phoenix?
Punch. You did it.
Say it!
Stupid.
So, should we transition into Joker now, since we mentioned it?
God, what a segue!
Yeah, let's
Right?
let's fuck with it. Yeah, let's go.
Pancho been going to Segway school in this time off.
Literally, while we were shooting this, they've uploaded a clip from behind the scenes that looked unreal.
Right.
So it's a clip. It's not a still.
No, there's a go on PNP right now, and David Walton
Shit.
put up an actual clip of a scene.
Yeah, moving pictures.
Moving pictures.
Moving pictures. So,
Talking about them talkies.
The talkies.
is it? Let's see. Who put it up?
David Walton, PNP.
Right. So, you know, as everybody knows, DC is all over the goddamn place, and their next movie, I guess, in the Batman universe is actually going to be some kind of Joker prequel, and it's going to be played by Joaquin Phoenix, who, you know, a lot of people were kind of skeptical of. And then I think earlier this week, if not late last week, there was some footage of Joaquin on set and, you know, walking around, and it was just them filming a scene, whatever, which prompted Todd Phillips, the director, to release, you know, a official still of him as the character, and then eventually some test footage Oh, I didn't see this footage right here actually.
Yeah, brand new. It just leaked while we were doing this.
Cool. Well, Todd Phillips released some test footage, which is basically just a clip of Joaquin and then some flashes of him in Joker makeup superimposed onto his face while some, song plays, which is relevant to that.
Listen, YouTube, don't be fucking with us because we ain't playing no sound. It's just some clips.
Yeah. And we're talking
You gotta give us a strike. You hear me?
But all right, this looks interesting.
Right? A lot of people were skeptical of like the makeup at first, but it looks pretty good right here.
You know what? He's giving me a vibe of Joaquin Phoenix is giving me a vibe of Penguin from the fucking terrible Batman TV show. Just his swag is sort of nerdy.
Oh, you talking about Gotham?
Like that, yeah, from Gotham, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but I don't know. I mean,
hey man, if that penguin was fat, I would have liked it. But he's just a toothpick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
But at this particular point, DC can't do anything worse. So I guess it could only get better.
That's it.
We literally had an actor say the words, "We like some kind of Suicide Squad." It cannot get worse.
Pretty much.
Oh man, yo,
this is the biggest look we've gotten at him because there was some on-set photos of him kind of in the costume with the makeup on, but this is the first we've seen in action.
Well, this looks like it might be like Halloween or some shit. Did I see other people dressed up?
Probably goons.
Yeah, it looks like other people are dressed up in costumes around him.
Yeah, there's some goons for sure.
It looks like.
Man, speaking of Halloween, let's get a movie of the Long Halloween book, huh?
Oh yeah, let's
do that. Let's fucking do that.
And let's get another third different Batman for that.
Yeah.
Peep how quickly this smile disappears as soon as he goes out of frame.
Wow. How many times has he done that already?
He's like, fuck it, I'm going to my trailer. You guys done? You guys need me anymore? I'm fucking out of here.
Janine, where is the hot tea? Janine!
Oh man, look at it.
Yeah, some comments from the stream real quick. Justin English says he looks like Heath combined with the Adam West style Joker, the Cesar Romero.
Yeah, no doubt. I could see that.
And then I was going to say the makeup, I think, kind of reminds people of John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne. I was about to say the same thing. Very interesting. So earlier, so you think this is his like final? This is Joker makeup, or do you still think this is like a transition? Or do you think this is like this universe is like Joker makeup?
No, I feel like this is it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I honestly wouldn't mind if this was it. Like I was saying earlier on PMP, like I think at this point, like they are just better off telling contained stories, one-shot films, like just director taking his own take, and then that's it. Just put it all on the table. Just say like, yo, we tried this connected universe shit. We suck at it. So fuck it. Like we're just gonna start doing our own thing. Each film is gonna be its own thing, and then we're just gonna do whatever we want. We're just gonna give these licenses to really talented people, really talented directors, and let them just have their way with it. Like it worked with with Chris Nolan. It worked with this fucking guy. So like, I mean,
on that note, it just seems like the WB executives are like, all right. Well, the shared universe thing isn't working, so let's go back to what made the Nolan stuff work. Well, Joker, the Heath's dead. All right, well, let's basically do another Heath Joker just movie and make money off that because of how much people liked that portrayal.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then at the same time, it's they don't have their shit together in terms of the shared universe. I think there's room for both, honestly.
Yeah,
like
it's definitely a double-edged sword situation.
And there was the rumors that Henry Cavill was leaving, and then that was confirmed, and then not confirmed, and then reconfirmed, and not confirmed. So, like, who the fuck knows what's going on anymore?
Yeah, who knows, man? I just think, like, if they just want to tell a cool story and change some shit up a little bit, and they're being pretty forward with it, I'll give it a shot, honestly. And, Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor. The director attached to this is a great director, so, whatever. I'm excited to see what they come up with, honestly.
All right, so what else we got on the docket? I think we have some other shit to talk about.
Mayfex Venom.
Oh yeah, so that some new promo images of Mayfex Venom showed up today, right? Today, or was it yesterday?
No, today.
Today.
Well, that's weird on a Saturday that drops, but I guess it's Sunday and
It
It's
looks
a
like a
magazine
scan.
scan.
Yeah, it's a scan from a magazine.
Oh, from the magazine. Okay, one of those ideas. Somebody's going to share it. All right. So yeah, we already got some teasers of the Mayfex Spider-Man, which looks like it might possibly be one of the best Spider-Man figures that we have ever received. I'm going out on a limb and saying that now, just from the look of it. And once they had showed that unmasked head of Peter Parker for the Mayfex Spider-Man, that shit definitely knocked a lot of our socks off. But so Venom here is looking like straight off of the pages of a '90s comic book.
He literally looks like the first appearance of Venom, like right off of that cover.
No doubt.
Right.
Now, like the Legends version, that fucking head is looking real stupid right now. But I don't know. That shit might be better than the Legends one, though. I don't know.
It already looks better than Legends, to be honest.
Yeah, it might be better than Legends one. You know, he doesn't look American enough. Like, you know, he looks still sort of anime-ish from what I can see right here. He needs that Flash square kind of jaw, like, you know, like that real like American kind of look that, you know, comic book artists like to put out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see what you're saying. It's interesting you say that because they nailed that Peter Parker head sculpt.
Yeah, which you would think they'd be able to do that here too. But yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see how the mechanics work, how the articulation works on this guy, because it definitely looks straight out of a comic book from the time when I started collecting comic books as a kid, basically. So,
what'd you say about the head sculpt while I was gone?
No, I was saying it doesn't look that good, and it doesn't look American. It doesn't look like your typical Anglo-Saxon like square.
Yeah, it looks Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. But other than that, you know, looks like we're going to get some webbing. I guess we'll just have to see what other accessories they pack in with this guy, because no question about it, shit's going to be like $100.
Whatever.
Oh God, yeah.
So hopefully they pack in some nice things, man.
I mean, the articulation looks good. I mean, like there's going to be like a thigh swivel right here, double jointed knee. Like there's a bicep swivel right here, probably a butterfly joint. I mean, whenever it comes to Spider-Man figures, it's got to have an exceptional crunch. Like if the crunch isn't there,
it looks like he's got waist swivel, lower waist swivel. Looks like it'll bend at the lower abdomen and at the upper torso and shit too. So hopefully it's deep.
I like the blue sheen to him too.
Yeah. No question. So I'm excited to see where Mayfex is going to go with their comic-based Marvel line. But they're going to tax us, though. They're going to tax our asses. That's
please, for the love of God, don't buy this from from American. Look at that price right there. That says 84.24 yen. So if that's 84 yen over there, then that's going to be like 120 over here.
Yeah.
Highly recommend you find a Japanese
$70
retail.
What? Yeah, it's about $75, 74, $75.
Yeah, that's like 74, 75. So, with what American sites have been looking, it's going to be pretty expensive over here. Highly recommend everyone not buy, because what happens is people see the pre-order go up on any one of these American sites, and they're like, "Who the fuck is paying this for these figures?"
Yeah, it's just under $75.
74.84. Yeah.
So
and if it's 74.84 standard retail, then it's probably going to be like $5 cheaper on AmiAmi.
Mm-hmm.
Sign me up for that.
Hey, you know what? This is a good segue for us to talk about the Bluefin shit then, as far as pricing and shit goes. So also this past week, it was announced. I don't want to fuck this up, so let me try to find the article.
Don't worry, I fuck up all the time.
Yeah, we all do it.
So basically, Bluefin is. What are they doing?
They were sold.
Yeah, they were sold to Bandai Namco. Bandai
Namco, right. Okay, so essentially, my understanding is that the first thing that I thought about is that it may be easier and cheaper for us to get things domestically moving forward with this sale. And we may not have a lot of issues with web shop exclusives and this and that, and you having to play the game of, damn, should I get this right now where I have to pay full price right now, or will it show up domestically and then I just pay a little extra just so I can pay when it's actually in stock and this and that. You may actually have the opportunity to not pay upfront and not pay a crazy markup. That was my understanding. Is that how you guys saw it too?
Yeah, what I've been hearing that is that they want to ramp up what they already do, which is what Bluefin always needed to do. Look at all the stock problems we're having with SHF lately, and that's that's due to what Bluefin orders and what they think they want to ask of the of Bandai. So now that it's like a division of Bandai that owns it, it opens up a lot of doors.
For sure, it's difficult to say what it could mean specifically for our niche like group of figure collectors and stuff, in terms of like people based in the United States or overseas ordering imports, because the way it's been up until now is they release in Japan, and you can either pre-order from Japanese websites like AmiAmi or Nippon Yasan. Where in Nippon Yasan's case, they're basically like the Japanese version of Big Bad Toy Store. Like they don't get these figures directly, if I'm not mistaken. It's something strange, but like AmiAmi, they have like they get their shit directly, and they'll get all the regular releases. But when it comes to web shop exclusives, it particularly in Dragon Ball's case, AmiAmi won't get web shop exclusives. That's why Great Saiyaman didn't pop up there. That's why Satan didn't pop up there. But places like Nippon Yasan will, because they're reselling from the SH Figure Arts like web shop or what have you. But so the way it used to work was like Bluefin would operate. They would just buy stock from all these from Bandai basically, so that they could legally distribute them here in the United States. And they would just act like a middleman. But now that Bandai has acquired Bluefin, they basically have their own in-house distributor based in the United States now. So for face value, that could mean that they're just cutting out the middleman of just having to eliminate just a third party, US based distributor, and now it's all in-house. And maybe that could mean a number of things. It could mean like possibly cutting down some costs for distribution and stuff, but it's really up in the air right now.
Yeah, at the moment it's hard to know what exactly is going to change, but hard for me to imagine it'll be for the worst.
Right.
But, we like Pancho just said, we don't really know what it means for them. They've not come out and made a statement of what they want to do. I don't think that they will either.
Well, New York Comic Con is right around the corner, so there may be an opportunity to inquire, to ask, and see what's what, and just try to understand it from a layman's perspective. So maybe that'll be something I can inquire about.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to ask those guys, because by the time New York rolls around, it would have been a couple of... New York is what, next week or week after next?
2 weeks, yeah, the 4th.
Yeah,
so yeah, the ink will be dry, that's for sure, on the deal.
Yeah, so they should know a little something.
Yeah, this isn't like a huge corporate buyout. This is Bluefin is not that big of a company. The deal should be signed by then.
Yeah, just a few million changing hands and shit. It's not it's not a B.
Not that big of a deal.
But so yeah, we'll see what that's developing. I guess we'll stay up to date with that and see how that unfolds in the next couple of weeks. But I guess this is a good segue into New York Comic Con and what's coming up for New York Comic Con, which is right around the corner. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the show, I'll be there representing A.C.B.A. as a press person, and I'll be at the Hasbro roundtable event on Thursday morning. and then I'll probably try to live stream from that event. So you should definitely be tuned into the A.C.B.A. Instagram. And
you will not be bogged down by that terrible San Diego Comic-Con building that just completely blocks out.
That is basically like a fucking bomb chamber or some shit, basically. But
yeah, there's terrible reception though.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi should be right, and so I will probably put up another video right before New York Comic Con with opportunity for people to pose their questions that I can then ask directly to Hasbro. Hasbro's been pretty good though. They just did a Q&A, or Dwight did a Q&A through their Hasbro Pulse Instagram account. So they've been actually one of the most receptive and inclusive toy companies in the past 5, 6, 7 years or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's NECA's pretty open with the fans too, I guess.
Yeah, that's not a bad segue, because I've been editing my interview from this year's Comic-Con, and I forgot just how, like, you know, willing to share he really was at the moment. You know, he did tease that there'd be new like retail partners for getting Turtles out there, and you know, a few different things. So, you know, he was, for as little as he was allowed to say, he was still pretty forthcoming about the fact that there was stuff that he couldn't say.
I just like the fact that these companies are recognizing that that collectors and more specifically display artists are really driving things. And a lot of different perspectives right now, and that they recognize that in their contest and their approach to selling the figures and marketing them and stuff like that. They are absolutely recognizing that, and so they have been more receptive to interacting closely with the fans and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. We still gotta put Mezco in a fucking virtual headlock or some shit so they could open up again, but everybody else seems to be really receptive to the collecting community. I think that's a good thing, man. So yeah, New York Comic Con around the corner. We want to make some predictions for what we may see. You guys, what you guys think Mezco's gonna put out on an early release? Because you know they always have something for sale that's probably going to be dropping within a few weeks after Comic-Con, but they'll have it out early. So what you guys think? Blue Doctor Strange?
So last week, not this past Wednesday, but last Wednesday, that's when they showed the first appearance, Doctor Strange. That was their first 112 exclusive. And then this week they just showed some Living Dead doll. I don't know. So this coming week right now, this Wednesday, they're probably going to drop another 112 reveal.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So speculate on that, and then speculate on what they might actually just show at the show.
Yeah, P, I heard you say Iron Man. I think it's a safe bet that Iron Man will be on sale early at New York Comic Con. I think that's definitely a safe bet.
Please, Silver Centurion Iron Man. How amazing would that be?
That would be pretty nice, especially if they went and they integrated some lights and in it. I think that would look really nice. I just hope that they don't take it too far left with their stylized sort of shit, but Silver Centurion would be nice, though.
I wouldn't care if it's the same sculpt that they have right now for the regular Iron Man, and I guess the stealth one, but new shoulder pads and the diamond emblem.
Yeah, a new chest plate. Yeah, they could pull it off like that, no question.
Everything else is the same sculpt, Wolverine style, but just new shoulder pads.
But this Iron Man looks like it'll be really nice. I hope it doesn't disappoint. The pictures look great. What I saw in person, what they've showed at the past couple shows, looks great. So as long as the light up features work and whatever magnets and shit they had in the helmet works fine, then I think this will be a good one. And yeah, so we got Iron Man. We got quite a few different caps. Now we just need a Thor from Mezco. We all been jonesing for that and talking about that for some weeks. Hopefully, maybe they'll tease that at New York Comic Con. But yeah, I think Iron Man will be on sale, and I don't know, probably one other thing from, huh?
If it is, get me that too.
No doubt.
I got you.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they had some more Special Ops Punishers for sale.
A.C.B.A.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. What you think? What do you guys think? Bandai is going to have as far as Dragon Ball Z stuff goes.
What comes out in November, Pancho? Because that'll be there.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. November.
Something's got to come out in November.
Gotenks is next after Boma.
Mm.
Boma came out today, apparently.
Wait, she came out today in Japan.
Japan, yeah.
Then they'll both probably be there.
Okay, yeah. That's
Sure.
just like that.
Definitely Bulma and probably Gotenks as well.
Well, we already know what Storm's going to have. Well, a couple of things. They're going to have Rain and Ermac, is it? No, not Ermac. They had Ermac last time, right?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Rain and
they did.
Smoke.
Rain and Smoke, right? Okay, so two more
And
ninjas.
currently, they put up on Big Bad Toy Store exclusives, which are Rain, Smoke, and Ermac, I think, in bloody colors.
Okay.
So those are available on Big Bad Toy Store right now, but the official, like, just at the con exclusives are supposed to be.
Big shout out to
Right.
Big Bad Toy Store. Hit the affiliate links.
Link in the description below.
Make sure you click that link in the description. Smash that like button.
Get your big badass toys from Big Bad Toy Store.
big.
I want to say a big thank you to Big Bad Toy Store.
Man.
So yeah, Storm is absolutely capitalizing on that ninja body, as we all anticipated they would. Shit,
That's it.
but you know, it's not like they just putting that out and they skimping on other shit. They putting out a lot of shit. Period.
Yeah,
And-
at least each of those ninja bodies come with a pretty dope accessory.
right,
too.
that too.
And
So
not to mention is that like they're the most. Let's be perfectly honest. Take your love for whoever you like from Mortal Kombat out of your ass for a second.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The most popular characters are far and away those ninjas.
Yeah.
Like no one is even half as popular as the ninjas are. It's not even close. They're making what people find the most popular.
Maybe Liu Kang.
Yeah, maybe Liu Kang is kind of close.
Everybody pales in
you know what's
comparison to
funny?
the dragon.
I was just saying this. I just watched. Well, I tried to watch that shit, Mortal Kombat, on Netflix the other day.
Hell yeah.
The original shit. Your
So-
soul is mine.
Shout out
So-
to Johnny Tsunami's grandpa.
That's it. Lou!
That shit was corny, but damn, I remember seeing that in the movie. So as a kid and shit, like, yo, this is great.
Right next to Bill Murray.
Pretty much.
Look at when they go into those big metal balls and start going through the
Oh,
catacombs.
God. We're going to Outworld.
We're going to outer world.
What's Outworld? Imagine a place where no happiness. It's fucking stupid.
Oh no!
I can remember us doing like mad karate and shit after
Hell
the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I remember being like,
Especially the ending had you pumped up.
oh yeah, yeah. When I had that on VHS when I was a kid, I would like listen to like the credits roll and just jump around in my bed.
Of course.
I think my VHS collection consisted of like Mortal Kombat, the Power Rangers movies, and Three Ninjas Strike Kick Back or whatever. When I was little,
Best Three Ninjas, the one with Hulk Hogan. High Noon.
Hulk Hogan. I think it's for me. let me hit this off topic real quick. Let me just drag it. Your best, Rick. I respect what you're saying. Best Three Ninjas is the one where they do the Home Alone stunts with three guys breaking in.
Yeah, jokes about Hulk Hogan and his racism aside. Best one is definitely the Home Alone one, where those guys, for again, some sort of reason, want to rob the house.
Working for
And they
Dan
left Home
Schneider.
Alone. Yeah.
And his karate dojo was on a boat at the shipyard. Fuck that.
Oh my
So
God.
great. I love
Why
that
the
movie.
fuck you have a dojo on a boat?
Get his ass, Tum Tum.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
What a great movie. I watched that the other day. I also watched Luck of the Irish the other day.
Oh my God, Luck of the Irish. My family's from Lake Erie.
Yeah, we're from Michigan. That's so good.
You're going to send me to your father's?
Fucking stupid. Do you want to touch a little bit? Did you get a chance to mess? You've been messing with that Iron Giant, right, Boog?
Yes.
We
Not as much as I want to, but
okay.
But yeah.
I've heard the range is is pretty exceptional on it. Like the technology is pretty.
Yes, definitely. That was one of the most impressive things about it. But I do wish. It's funny because I wish that it's weird in the arm area, but then again, it's not. It's still. And I wanted to go over this. I felt like doing a video just to talk about the articulation and shit, not even to do like a full review, but just to like show that they did some pretty innovative things. But I feel like they left something out as far as like the elbows go, but then it's other shit there that I don't know that I've seen before. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I got to break them out again.
Like the pistons kind of like extend, do they not, to get like extra range?
Right. That's so it's like I gotta fuck with it a little bit more, because when I took it out, it was literally like late at night. I took them out for a few minutes and just snapped a couple shots real quick, and then my girl had got off late that night, and when she came in, I just put everything away. We just ate, and I went to bed and shit. And I haven't taken them out again. So like yeah, you know, I want to take them out again, and but I know that I want to like shoot a bunch of shots, but I want other shit to like shoot with this. So I've been like meaning to go by Michael's or someplace to get like some miniature trees and like
you're trying to shoot the shit.
Right, I'm trying to shoot the shit. No doubt.
So you don't do any Godzilla or any kaiju or any big.
No, I don't have any kaiju shit. I don't have any like, and that's what I was sitting here like, damn.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Am I gonna have to do a crossover?
Is Wayne Brady?
Yeah, man. Like, I guess if you're looking for shit, O scale is the scale for this Iron Giant.
O scale, okay,
would be the best scale for these guys.
Basically, you go by train scale.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically,
I thought so. That's what I was thinking, because you know what? Before I got them, I was like, I wonder if I could pair some Hot Wheels cars with them, but those are even too big.
Oh, you need micro machines.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you might be able to get away with like a bigger vehicle, maybe with a Hot Wheels, like if they do a tank,
like a dump truck, or
yeah, you could. I mean, obviously with some like multi-scale and like messing with perspective, you can get it.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely you need the tiniest people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, a human being should be able to fit in his hand and still be kind of dwarfed by the palm. So that's like super tiny. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
O scale stuff will get that done for you. Like you can get packs of like really cheap O scale people if you want them like kind of blurred out. And the paint apps on them are awful, but like they're
you know who's good for that shit? Muhammad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. he's good for that shit for sure.
But there's also like really well painted O scale figurines. They come like 6 per pack, and they're like $20, but they're totally worth it.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna look that shit up. Of course, I'm going to eBay right this moment.
Sorry, but I stepped away for a second to take a phone call. I don't know if anyone mentioned it, but the other Storm exclusive is that Hot Chun-Li.
That thick Lee.
Thick Lee, yes, she is looking crazy.
Shit. Yo.
Put me in a leg lock.
Oh. That's it. You can Hurricane Rana me across any ring.
Yes.
She's
looking crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
Sure, no waist. All leg, all thigh.
All leg and thigh.
No torso.
That's it. I'll take it.
It's like an insect thorax.
That's it.
It's tiny compared to the legs.
Pretty much. That shit's crazy. Yeah, she's looking crazy. Only thing I didn't like, the articulation obviously looks very impressive and shit, but only thing I didn't like is the way the skirt piece kind of sits when if you get her upside down or what, like, it looks like it's a harder plastic that's not going to. If it was cloth, it'd probably be better, like, you know what I'm saying. And if it was cloth and had like just a little bendy wire in there, that would be crazy. But I'm asking for a lot. I know that. But yeah, it looks good though. It looks good.
Now I'm pulling up a picture right now.
All right, I was about to say.
Oh, hell yeah! I would say one last thing about this Sentinel Iron Giant: just buy an O scale person and just get a customizer to paint him like Hogarth.
No doubt. No doubt. That makes sense. Word.
Boom. You're done. God, look at this Chun-Li.
There's your girl. Look, they even call her Hot Chun-Li.
Hell yeah, hot Chun-Li. Best.
Yeah, that looks nuts. I might have to get this just because.
That's a Shartimus Prime type of figure right there.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh, good.
131 on eBay already. What a
Mamma
deal.
mia.
Mamma mia.
Oh, no. All right. That's enough of that.
That's crazy. She looks crazy. Wow. Look at those fucking thighs.
And that's not to say that the regular Chun-Li has, small thighs either. She looks
No,
big.
not at all. She looks like a fucking Tyrannosaurus leg or something.
Yeah, man. Look at this.
Healthy. Very healthy.
Certainly eats well, and the weight gets distributed well.
Yeah.
All right. We are
different world than SH Figure Arts.
We're demeaning women. We are setting women back 10 years at least.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we can.
Oh boy. I guess I think Fabio, you're up. What's going on with your room tours? Your NECA interview.
Oh, I mean, they're on my channel, so anyone can just click on the link in the description.
Yeah, when I update this, I got to put quite a few things in the description below. But yeah, you should definitely check out Fabio's room tours from his previous room before he gets set up in the new place. But pretty fucking impressive shit, though, I must say.
Yeah, I ended up splitting it into 3 different videos. So we got my NECA video, we got my Mezco video, and then my Marvel Legends. Yeah, it's pretty good. I had fun editing it. There's a fair amount of work that went into it, so definitely go check that out. My NECA one is, I think, up to like 1,000 views already.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Legends one is like 8 something, and then the Mezco one has like barely like less than 500. I think it's not doing as great. I guess Mezco people just aren't hounding YouTube as much as everybody else.
Trying to stay away from those reviews.
How close to completion are you on the interview?
Oh, I'm probably I just got to do the B-roll, and honestly, your B-roll was terrible. So there's a lot of editing to get through.
Damn.
There's whole sections where you I think thought you had turned the recording off, but it's just recording your shoes and your crotch, and your fucking Ed's asking you how much he should sell something for.
Really? Damn.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I just had to skim through it, and also what really took me a while.
To my defense, I was in Cali, and you guys, man, you got some powerful shit out there, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was not long after you and I met up.
Yeah, so sorry. Fuck, I was enjoying myself, man.
Yeah, that's put the job first. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's fine. It's just what really took me a while is that I guess you record on a different format, so it was like M4V, and when I tried to import all the raw clips in M4V to Vegas, it would not read it. I see. So I had to get it transferred to M4.
That's a pain in the ass. Sorry.
Right, and I found a website that I found a website that let me do 25 megabytes or something at once, and then after that, it had the 24-hour lockout period.
So wow!
Converted in 2 parts.
Christ.
So that took literally 2 days, and then now I'm just combing through it and getting it all. The audio synced, the actual recording on camera videos synced, everything. So
well, you know what? It's not like you are pressed because you can get that shit out in time for this Comic-Con right here, and it would actually sync up well and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's from SDCC, it's still information for now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and from what I hear, actually, I think NECA and Mezco might have a presence at LA Comic-Con. So I don't think I got approved for a press pass because I think they were asking for footage from at least less than a year old or something.
Of what though?
Of you previously doing press.
It had to be you specifically because you could have used. You could just said, this is from our outlet, and you could have fucking used one of Todd's videos or anything that was under the A.C.B.A. banner and shit.
I don't know.
That's how you finesse it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I've gotten approved yet or not. I need to check, and the con's not till end of October. So if I do get approved, it'll be I think closer to that. So I'm still waiting, basically. But yeah, if they're gonna be there, I'll try and talk to them and try to get something. Yeah, it's good shit. I've been having a good time learning Vegas and editing, and the collection videos really helped with that. And this is definitely a lot better than fucking Windows Movie Maker.
No doubt.
But yeah, go check out my room tours, my collection.
Yeah, all of that'll be in the description below. Definitely check it out. Give it a couple watches, a few watches. Let's get those.
And smash that motherfucking like button.
But we want to take some questions.
Yeah. We're pretty much running through the topics here. I wanted to bring up a couple of people's suggestions for the next Mezco exclusive revealed this week. I think the most likely one that I saw was Netflix Daredevil in the black costume.
Okay, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Just reuse that El Diablick mold and.
I mean, it's basically just a fucking dude with fatigues, a shirt, and a do-rag over his eyes.
Yeah, and they've already shown it before, but they just haven't solicited it yet.
Yeah.
They've already shown it at previous shows, so I wouldn't be surprised if, like Batman Beyond, we've seen it before at shows, but then it gets revealed that it's an exclusive.
I could see that.
When is the Netflix Punisher supposed to drop? Is that next year? Is it in 2019 when that's dropping?
I feel like it might be in the next round of releases, because right now we just had Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Doctor Strange, and Michael Myers is about to drop too.
Hey, you know what else was supposed to have been dropped? Was the Hulk. The
Thor, the
Ragnarok. Yeah. So maybe that might be one of the possible things on sale at New York Comic Con.
On sale, yeah, but not one of the fall exclusives.
No. But something at early sale, basically.
I guarantee you they'll have Michael Myers there, so just add that to my list.
Shit, yeah. The NECA one hasn't come out yet either, has it? Has it done?
No, and that's probably not till next year either, or maybe later this year.
Somebody was showing me a side by side with the two of them. Actually, was that in PNP?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you could end up with both, and that'd be perfectly fine because you'd have the original and then the new one.
Yeah, that was the comment that somebody made. I guess maybe it was.
The Mezco one has a light up pumpkin too, which is dope.
Does it?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I also, from what I've seen on their unboxing, I like the way the ghost sheet works because it's not just a sheet you drape over him. It's basically a separate head that has the sheet fixed into it with the glasses.
Nice. Okay.
And it's, I think, almost like either a translucent head or something slightly different. So it really preserves that look. Looks interesting.
This is the NECA release?
Mezco.
Oh shit! Hell yeah.
Yeah, the NECA one is like a severed victim head, and then another pumpkin, but it's not light up, and then a bunch of other stuff that's spoiler sensitive apparently.
And these are both based off of the new movie that's coming out this year, correct?
No, the Mezco is based off the original Dark Harbor Halloween, and the NECA one is based on the new movie coming out next month or whatever.
Yeah, because that head is in the trailer. It's in the police car, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, that trailer is awesome.
That's right.
That new trailer.
I mean, they both look pretty solid, to be honest. I think people would be happy with either one or both.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you only need one, I guess it really depends how deep your horror collection goes. If you're willing to toss in a Mezco, which might actually be a little small to fit with the rest of your NECA serial killer movie guys, then I think you just wait for the NECA, and then you'll still have one that fits in aesthetically.
Our boy Matt McDougall asks, have any of these Mezcos with light-up features been released yet? I'm curious to see how they've turned out. I think the only one is Armored Batman, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, what's that? What was the question? I'm sorry.
Have any of the Mezcos that have light-up features been released yet?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's just, as far as I know, it's just Armored Batman.
Yep. That's the only one I can remember. The next one up is Iron Man, and then after that,
Iron Man's a light up chest,
and then what's it? Doom has the light up eyes. Not Doom, fucking Doomsday. No, not Doomsday. Fucking Dark Side.
Jesus Christ.
That's about it.
Do either of you have the Armored Batman?
Speaking of which, a fucking Mezco Doomsday would be pretty dope, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a Mezco Doomsday, aren't they?
No, I haven't seen any.
Now I'm thinking of fucking Dark Side. God damn it.
We're all fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are. This IPA hit me quick, I tell you what.
Jesus.
You know what?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one with the armored Batman. It's fine. It looks good. The lights are bright. The switch is placed in a very easy to get to spot.
I don't believe you. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'll just send it over.
Let me be the judge of that for the next 10 years or so.
I remember I got that off of eBay like as soon as it came out. Like this was probably my second. This is my second Mezco, or maybe it was my third. Because at that point I had only had like the Dark Knight Returns Batman, and then maybe the Mutant Leader at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Armored Batman came out, and then people were like, I think it's selling out everywhere. You can't even get it anywhere. And I was like, oh shit. Because like retail for it, do you remember what the retail was? It wasn't 80.
I think it was 110.
Yeah. And then I remember I got it on eBay and it was like 170. And I was like, is this really worth it? 170, like 60 for this thing. I'm very glad I I pulled the trigger on that one. That is fucking expensive now.
I think to date it's still one of the most expensive, like just below the the classic Punisher and a few of those.
It's nice. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice figure.
I had it. I bought it there in person, and then I ended up selling it to the Beltrans, and I highly regret it to this day. I will Snapchat them, telling them, "Hey, let me buy that back from you."
Yeah.
But I won't pay a cent more than I paid for it.
That's it.
So I should mention too. In my pickups, I was going to mention I got this DC Universe Classics Azrael Batman that I might transform into a Mezco Azrael Batman, a la Joe Lopez on the Mezco groups. With his blessing, of course. He and I are in the DMs together. We're sharing recipes.
Yeah, sharing recipes in the DMs.
But I mean, I traded him my General Zod for his Azrael. I think basically the recipes.
Oh, nice.
We're out here like Good Housekeeping Martha Stewart's.
Brian Carter asks, when will A.C.B.A merch return to the shop?
2019, I guess. Early next year. I think early next year. Yeah. I mean, there's sample cutout pack up there now, and the foodie set, which you guys, I need everybody to support that set, man. I need people to buy 2 and 3 of those sets and just help us get to the next phase, so that way we can actually open up and do all of the wonderful props and accessories that you guys have been putting in the comments of that video. But we absolutely have to sell through the inventory of these to have the capital and the elbow room to move forward with the other planned packs. And they are already planned. They're already mapped out. They're already starting to be mapped out. This is not a hope. Well, I'm hopeful that you guys support, but it can absolutely happen. This is not something that's going to take any amount of time to get done once we sell through the inventory of these packs. So there'll be a link in the description for that as well. They're about I think they $14.95 on the A.C.B.A site. They come out to just under $20 shipped, basically, in the within the states. So not bad. Just about the same amount you would pay for a figure. I think it's 17 or 18 food prop accessories in there, including the cell phone, which looks like an iPhone basically. And that was actually one of the things originally that I didn't like particularly care for, but I've been using that shit a lot and, recently. The cell phone, it's actually really good. It's probably one of the best props out of the pack. But yeah, man, it's good. If you have any basic customizing skills, you can paint any of the shit to your liking in there too. I mean, you don't have to take it as is, but as is, all of the props are still pretty damn cool. You can definitely find uses for everything in there, no question about it. And like I said, the next packs that we put out are going to be even more tailored to our needs, basically, display artists and shit. So yeah, any more questions?
Yeah, we got a couple of small ones.
Did anybody? Oh, we forgot to talk about this, but did Marvel Action ask if anybody grabbed the Amazon Sentinel? And it's apparently $130 on BBTS when it was.
I'm not paying 100. I'm not paying 100 anything for that shit. It's not the Sentinel that we deserve.
Damn. Putting the foot down.
It's not even new.
Yeah, it's old, isn't it?
It's the one we need, you know. Apparently,
I've had
Come
that
on, man.
before and sold it.
Right.
I'm
I've
good.
had a few of them and sold them
it
already.
literally is something to cater to like people who have hopped onto this line only recently. Or
Recently,
Very
yeah.
true, yeah.
Yeah. No question.
I mean, I'm kind of interested just because I don't have any of the original Sentinels, and then that Wolverine, it's kind of a standalone Wolverine, but I can see myself
Listen,
taking like the
if-
holster and putting it on somebody else.
If they were still moving in the right direction with their 3 3/4 inch line, then that would be a little more appealing. But I mean, nah, man, I'm good.
I mean, I'm kind of glad they're not continuing really the 3 3/4 inch
Yeah,
line. They only
yeah.
have like the Game Reverse 2 packs at GameStop.
God, fuck those things.
I do want the Wolverine just for the parts and shit, but
Right.
I'm not paying $130. I'm sorry.
It's the same head you get with the motorcycle Wolverine, but with the
Yeah, but with a
white
different
streaks in
paint
there.
scheme. Yeah.
I mean, again, if you've hopped on late, it's not a bad deal. Just don't pay fucking $130 on BBTS. What the heck? And apparently, it doesn't come with Wolverine on BBTS, or at least he's not in the picture.
There's a version that you can get that's just the Sentinel for $130, basically. Shit. For all of that, you could go back and get the old Toy Biz Sentinels for less than that.
Hopefully, this does drive the price down too. You know.
So, yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good with my Toy Biz ones. They hold a dear place in my heart, and I'm good on that Marvel Universe Sentinel.
Somebody Needful Things has mentioned that we didn't talk about the Captain Marvel wave reveals.
Oh yeah, okay. So what did they show? They showed
The young Nick Fury in the suit. They
Mhm.
showed the Kree soldier, or the uniform version of presumably Marvel. We don't know who that is. I think it
Right.
just says Captain.
it might just be a generic soldier, but yeah.
But the movie style, the movie Captain Marvel in the red and blue suit, and a Skrull, which could potentially also be like the actual bad guy character leader, but is also a good army builder.
Yep.
And those are part of the Kree Sentry wave,
Right. Which is overall, it seems like a kind of weak wave, but the suited Nick Fury is cool because you'll have a black character in a suited body. So if you wanted to put other black characters in a suit and have some black goons or something like that, then that's cool. Or black businessmen. The black people don't have to be goons; they can be businessmen as well.
I don't know, man. I think they've set it up to fail from the beginning, because that black suited body, finally we got it, but he's got his tie undone. He's never going to look as good as his white counterpart.
Damn.
And that's by design. That's seriously. But I am probably going to army build that too. It looks good.
It definitely opens up a lot of options for that. I think that's probably going to be one of the sleepers of the wave. That opens up a lot of options for any kind of young Nick Fury display you want to do, whether it be.
I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that Nick Fury that they teased from Figure Arts too, man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like a Nick Fury?
No, it's the older one, right?
It's the movie Nick Fury,
just
but
regular Nick Fury.
yeah, like the Avengers 1 Nick Fury or some shit, basically. But yeah, Nick Fury looks good. I'm not super excited about the wave, but I did say to myself that I will probably army build the Legends Scrolls and then get a Figure Arts Captain Marvel if they drop one.
Yeah,
this face sculpt on this Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the screen share. Okay.
Yeah,
it's not that great, but
it doesn't really look like Carol. It doesn't really look like the actress either.
Nah,
this looks like pre-face printing or something.
They needed to make her jaw a little more angular, I guess, a little more.
It's just wide.
Yeah,
it's very strange. It kind of looks like Eddie Brock. Put this on the fucking. It's like,
you know what? She looks like fucking. What's the MMA chick?
Oh, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, wasn't she like rumored to be Captain Marvel early on? Wasn't people rooting for her to be Captain Marvel?
I think so. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Well, luckily it comes with an additional head, which is probably the helmet mohawk version.
Oh,
yeah.
Please God, yeah, that'd be
please.
That'd be great. It looked good in the trailers, but it was in the the blue and green colors.
Scroll right
Yeah,
here.
that skirt shit's gonna be a pain in the ass probably,
Yeah.
but
No crunch.
no crunch, huh?
Mm.
No,
This
there is.
sucks. There is?
Look right there. I think there is.
Well, it could be like an overlay on top
Yeah,
of
it
it.
looks like that cut right there. Like they designed it where you could crunch down right there.
Hopefully.
Maybe
I'm hoping.
we'll see. I'm looking at that body to see if that could be repurposed for anything. This
Kree
fucking
soldier?
creep.
Yeah, so that's the Kree soldier. That looks pretty good.
No, I was talking about the squirrel, but yeah, I was about to say that the Kree looks buff as fuck, though, right? What the
He's
fuck?
pretty swole.
Yeah, look at his fucking legs.
Yeah.
Look at his thighs.
Crazy.
Will come with alternate heads too.
Yeah, that looks kind of nuts.
Then this Nick Fury here. Oh,
See, look at the tie, man. Look at the tie.
end it up.
Come on, can't just do you dirty like that. That's bad.
Yeah,
Why not use the
shout
same
out to the
mold?
first guy that gives him, thicker hair, gets that
The fro going?
yeah, the fro going.
Yeah, it's automatically
Need that immediately.
Pulp Fiction.
That's it.
Right.
Done deal.
The Diamond Select head.
This is it, yeah. Are those figures out yet or no?
Oh yeah, those have been out, dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they've been came out. Yeah.
Damn, I'm just out of the loop. I'm a fucking moron.
They were, I found Toys R Us. Rest in peace.
Damn. Whoa, that long ago, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this garbage BAF this is coming with.
Yeah, man. I'm just.
It doesn't look like it's that big compared to the torso.
No.
Oh, and you know what? They're supposed to be rather large, not like Sentinels and those shit, but like larger than the average man.
Yeah.
Larger than the average bear.
Yes.
Just there's no love. Soulless.
Nah. Yeah.
Totally.
This wave in general is one of those like, movies.
And then the other reveals are, I think, the Nighthawk or whatever.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
The Mexican show.
Wait, no, wasn't Nighthawk put her the Avengers wave?
Maybe.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
What about the Captain Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about. They had the I don't know, the comic version. Todd knows what I'm talking about. He's around here screaming.
You just made me think. Of Carvel when you said Marvel, and now I want ice cream. Now I want some ice cream.
Oh man.
But yeah, so Captain Marvel waves looks pretty shitty, and but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
All right, no, they didn't reveal the one I'm thinking of there. Anyway, yeah. What else have we missed?
But
Colossal Customs wants to know if I'm getting the Hiya Toys Crusher Xenomorph. Probably not. I don't like the highest stuff that I do have. It's a little flimsy and not really my scale.
Hey, guess what? Hiya Toys is out of Hong Kong too, just like Soap Studios. So, that was one of the things that crossed my mind. Was like, well, the shit coming out of Hong Kong is not. It's not the best quality.
Yeah, I mean, all toys come out of Hong Kong, to be honest.
Okay.
In general.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, okay. How about he also mentioned Colossal Customs, which is Daniel Barajas Sr. He's talking about the Black Manta figure from the Multiverse Aquaman wave.
Hey, you know what? I saw that shit and I kept saying to myself, you know what? This shit actually looks pretty fucking nice. And I'm not a DC fan like that. I'm not really into that shit, and I don't like the arms on these fucking new DC figures, but that Black Manta, what is it, Manta or Mantis? Black Mantis. Manta looks really nice. It looks really nice. I can't front.
Yeah, we mentioned it in an earlier podcast, but sometimes that line slips out. Pretty good figure.
Yeah. You know what? I went by Danny's one of his like local shops where he's real cool with the owner. Mm-hmm. Where I've gotten plenty of figures from, because they normally get You know what? I'm not giving up my sources, um, but I went by there for the first time. I've gotten figures through him from them plenty of times, but I actually went into the store for the first time a couple weeks ago. Me and Ed swung by there, and I got to see the DC figures up close, and you know they look good, but those arms, man, I can't get past the fucking long ass
Yeah,
arms, man.
arms.
It doesn't look like the Black Manta figure was suffering from that, or maybe the black kind of like offset it a little bit or something. I don't know, but it didn't look like that figure had like super long arms.
From a different
So,
line entirely, though, is it not?
is it?
I don't know. Like it's like the multi universe. Are those long arm figures part of the same like
The long arm
multiverse?
figures are part of the newer like sort of 7-inch scale line that they
Okay.
started putting out.
Right?
Essential? Is it Essentials?
Yeah, it's Essentials.
Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Black Manta figure is from that same line. I don't think it's yeah. Okay.
No, but we're talking about the DC multiverse based on the movie one,
Oh, okay.
which, to be fair, is also a decent looking figure.
All right, y'all gonna share a picture of the motherfucker or what?
Well, here's the Captain Marvel again as Vel that I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
So that possibly also in that Captain Marvel wave.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's the comic version though.
Yeah, again as Vel,
Right.
which I was just informed by Ryan Carter. Ryan Carter coming through in the clutch like always.
Yeah, that's the comic version. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, and what were we talking about? Black Manta?
Yeah, trying to find a good picture of him. There was one up in PNP. I'm getting a drink. I'll be right back.
All right, well, here's. Thanks, Tad, for selecting my option. This looks good. Yeah, this looks all right as a good comic Black Manta, but you still got to mess with the scale of it, which is obviously like a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the full wave.
Is this the one Bill
yeah,
was talking
overall,
about?
this line is not great.
Okay. This is the Essentials line.
Yeah, DC Essentials, where they abandoned DC Icons, they went back to their original 7-inch scale, but gave it more articulation.
Yeah,
So,
man, I had every single one of these on pre-order, and I canceled every single one.
yeah, I don't know, man.
I couldn't
real miss.
do it. I couldn't do it, man.
Shout out to Toy Galaxy because he actually did a really good video about like the sad state of DC action figures these days. And he when he was looking for people to chime in on the topic on Reddit, I'd mentioned that like basically it was like the Marvel Legends collectors that killed DC Icons because everybody was pissed that their DC figures couldn't go with their Marvel figures. So like even when they tried to upscale it, it was a little bit too little, too late.
There's truth in that for sure.
Icons was unfortunately a true 1/12 scale, so they were smaller.
That's very, very true. Yeah, they scaled perfectly with Figma. Another true 1 scale thing. I mean, yeah, like that's very interesting you bring that up because it's a general consensus that Legends are 1/12 scale when they are not.
Yeah.
They're 6-inch scale, I guess, or 6-inch figures. Right. You could call them that, but they are not 1/12 scale. That's why when a lot of guys that are just getting into props and stuff like that, they buy these Figma props for their Marvel Legends, and they complain that they're too small. They're 1/12 scale props.
Right. Well, to that point, I saw an argument of sorts on Facebook where a beloved former castmate of this show was going on about how like it doesn't make sense for 1/12 scale to be 1/12 scale because that would mean that a figure that is 6.5 inches tall would be 6.5 feet tall in real life. And a friend of mine who painted my famously lost Michael Keaton head, Aaron Williams, he was like, yeah, well, if they're truly 1 scale, then that's exactly what it means. And then his response was basically like, fuck that. I don't buy that. I don't believe that. As if somebody has something else to gain from lying about that.
What's that?
Just silly.
What's that?
We're basically just talking about how like Marvel Legends aren't true 1/6 scale. They're just like 6-inch
1/12.
scale.
1/12 scale.
1/12 scale. My bad. And there's like a lot of misconception. Like I brought up that when people buy 1/12 scale like import like props, they don't really match up with Legends just because Legends are a little bit bigger than 1/12 scale.
Yeah, definitely. I've said that a few times too. That like really figure art shit is really like supposedly like true
Figma.
1/12.
Figma for sure. Like figure arts, they kind of get away with being a little taller than Figma sometimes. But Figma is definitely they stick to their guns when it comes to 1/12 scale for sure. 100%.
And the fact that these DC essentials don't come with any accessories,
Yeah,
and
God.
only more expensive than icons were, are just completely is going to ruin this.
That's the major problem with those figures. They cost more than Legends, and you get way less.
Right. I bet we got on this topic because we were basically saying that DC icons failed because also it was too expensive, even though you were technically getting a more premium figure from DC.
Mm-hmm.
But because people decided, oh, it doesn't go with my Marvel Legends.
Yeah, it was a weird scale, of course. Yeah,
it was. But we said that because it was that true 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
You know what? If they would have pushed it, though, if they would have came out the gate with the right articulation first and foremost.
Yeah, the thighs.
And then if they would have just went nuts and pushed it and given you bat cycles, they did give us one vehicle from that line, right? A couple of vehicles or whatever. But yeah, if they would have gave us all types of vehicles and shit and like whatever, people would have warmed up to that shit. They would have been like, all right.
I'll tell you what, I recently got the Icon Superman because I wanted it for the Kellex, Kryptonian robot for my Mezco. And I have this Superman here on my desk, and I fuck with him. He's pretty nice.
It's a nice figure.
He looks great. It's it was that thigh swivel too with them, like,
right?
Yeah, the thigh swivel killed it.
But even with that, you can get him into some decent enough poses. And,
yeah, it definitely
aesthetically very good, better than that Superman. And for the love of God, they actually fucking painted his belt loops, which they did on the essentials.
Yeah, man.
So not only are you getting less accessories, a less desirable scale, and no accessories and worse paint apps. It's like, what are they doing? They really killed icons for no reason other than because people were like, not the same size as Legends. So then they said, fuck you, and went back to a size that's even less in scale with Legends.
That's not in scale with half of the other things, honestly.
Right. It's in scale with like, NECA. And
I was just about to say, like, NECA, it's in scale with NECA, but NECA is like its own. They at least NECA has carved out their own niche corner to where if you're buying NECA, like, you have stuff that you can scale it with no problem already, and NECA does a good enough job of building their universes enough to where if you want to set up a display with a NECA product, chances are you already have other characters from NECA in that scale to go ahead and go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with icons, you're just fucked no matter what. Pretty much it sucks.
That's right. Like, and people forget too that this 7-inch scale is DC's original scale. Icons was like their first departure from it. Very true. People act like it's a surprise that all of a sudden they went back to 7-inch, like out of nowhere.
But still, they still all over the fucking place. But yeah, that is true.
In fact, if you had those like New 52, 8-packs or whatever, when New 52 was first hitting shelves, those were all 7-inch scale figures. They just had shit articulation. That's right. Not learning from their mistakes. What else is new?
I think like the biggest thing with these essentials is like no accessories. Like I think they probably could have gotten away with this 10 years ago, maybe 5 years ago at least. But like now that Legends are packing in extra hands and stuff, like I remember the old excuse was all like, well, I mean, imports are doing like extra hands and faces, but those things cost like $60.
Right.
You're getting extra faces, extra heads and shit at $20 a pop. No excuse now. Absolutely no excuse.
Let me go back to the comments here because Loco Lou also brings up a great point.
What's up, Lou? I didn't know you was down there in the comments, man.
Yeah, he's around.
How's the baby?
Tell us how the baby is, big boy. Anyway, he says that the Scarlet Spider suit from the Spider-Man game would look dope as a Mezco figure.
Hey, we didn't even talk about the Spider-Man game. You guys all have the game, right?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
Fabio, what the
I
fuck?
don't know. My roommate knows. I watched him play it.
You don't have a PS4, that's right.
No.
PC boy.
Master Race, baby.
Master Race, that's what it's about. But
Except when it comes to exclusives.
yeah, but you can get a PS4 on the side. You get a PS4 and a Switch on the side, baby.
Yeah,
You
maybe I'll try my hand at one of those raffles.
you beat the story mode already, T?
Of course. I blazed through that story mode. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't.
You also did it very quickly.
Pretty much.
So you saw somebody beat it, right, Fabio? I don't want to spoil it for you.
No, I haven't. I've read a lot of stuff online, but no, I don't know the whole
I've
story.
actually been staying away from spoilers and shit like it's a fucking
Okay.
movie. I
All
mean,
right,
I guess
okay.
it is a fucking movie.
Yeah, we won't get into spoiler territory. Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that's played it here. Someone is asking if we want to talk about it. I guess I'll say my piece.
Let's give it another week before we spoil it.
Not
But yeah,
spoilers, yeah, of course. But I think
But,
like the game itself is good. It's great, man. Like last good Spider-Man game, the last truly great Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2, of course. GameCube.
What about Web of Shadows, bro?
Web of Shadows is great, not as good as 2. Web of Shadows,
Shattered Dimensions, bro.
Shattered Dimensions is good. Not as good as Web of Shadows, and definitely not as good as 2. What else is there? I think Web of Shadows is probably the best one from that generation. 360 and PS3 and stuff.
Mhm.
Shattered Dimensions was okay, and then what was the one after that? It was the one just about 2099.
Oh,
I don't know what that one was called. I can't remember. I have it, but I just Eric Eisner says better than God of War 4. It can't compare the two. Apples and oranges at this point. You can compare apples and oranges. They're both fruit, but but I mean, they're different. I mean, like I was saying, like this is a true like great Spider-Man game. I was talking to my boss at GameStop about it, and like he was saying, like, is it a groundbreaking game? Like, is it doing new shit? Is this gonna change, revolutionize the way we play like superhero games? And I mean, the short answer is no. But like, it's perfected the formula of superhero games pretty much.
Okay.
Like Arkham, like the Arkham games got pretty close, but this is just like the full realization of like Arkham made you feel like Batman, but like this game like really makes you feel like Spider-Man. It's insane. Like the combat system is really great, super fluid. Like all your moves make sense as Spider-Man, and like literally everybody in PMP can attest. Playing that game, if you weren't shooting your Spider-Man figures before, you're gonna be shooting your Spider-Man figures after.
No doubt, it's gonna make you want to do A.C.B.A, huh?
Yeah, and like the game, like with like following in a lot of their first-party stuff, a lot of first-party Sony stuff has been going like really into their photo mode, and like when that game first came out, I'm sure everybody's timeline was just like spammed full of like pictures from Spider-Man because their photo mode is incredible. So like especially for us, like we're all like display artists and stuff like that. You play that game and it's like some like cool shit starts happening. You pause the game and you can move the camera around. You can change the FOV. You can like set up different angles, and you can just save it for later and try and recreate it in A.C.B.A. It's incredible. It's so good. Like the photo mode is crazy. Like a lot of people have said that the reason it's taking them so long to beat the story is because they're stopping every 5 minutes and taking like really cool photos. But
yeah, I've seen a lot of photos of him hanging out on the ground and stuff with pedestrians, and I've legit thought they were like cosplay photos.
Yeah, exactly. It's so great. I posted something like as a meme on like a stupid shitty like Tim shit posting meme, but like there's like like after you beat a certain boss, like there's NPCs talking to like a cop, and this NPC is literally wearing a fucking snapback and a pair of Tims, and like he's sitting next to a girl wearing a pair of Tims and a fucking snapback hat, and I was like, they nailed New York for sure. Honestly, like it's great. Like it's obviously not a 1-to-1 of New York. Like I think because I don't go to New York that often, but like every time I go to New York, I always go to like the Nintendo store. So I know Rockefeller Center, like the surrounding area, pretty well in terms of like stuff that I know from New York. So like I went to Rockefeller Center and like some of the streets are missing and shit like that. But like if I have friends who live in New York that are playing this game and like, yo, if you live in New York and you're familiar with New York, like the game nails it.
I mean, they got the Ghostbusters firehouse. They got like all the correct monuments.
They got it all, man, for sure. The layout is spot on. Just good. The story is really good too. You're doing yourself a good service, Boog, with staying away from spoilers because it is like a movie. Like playing that whole game, the story plays out just like a movie. The pacing is pacing in the two first acts is pretty slow, and then it really ramps up in the third act. But like it does a good job of telling the story. Everything is connected. They like plant seeds for foreshadowing that are realized in the third act and stuff like that. So it's really good, man. And like the mythos is a little bit different from what we're used to in Spider-Man, but all the changes they make are grounded in, you know, in the current mythos of Spider-Man, and you can kind of you see like, oh, that makes sense. Like I can see how this versions of this character would make this decision, and you know, it would result in this action and stuff.
So, are there cameos from other heroes?
There, there, other heroes. There's definitely cameos of other heroes' presence. So, like, you can go around, you can see the Doctor Strange's place.
I got you. Yeah, I did see a screen cap of that. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
that's the other monuments I was thinking of was like Nelson and Murdoch and Alias and
all those guys are there. The Wakandan embassy is there, pretty tight.
Mm.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, from what I've heard, this is technically like the beginning of their, video game universe.
Yeah,
of the video game universe. All right, yeah, okay. All right, I'm with it. I'm with it. I gotta give me a PS4.
Yeah, for sure. I think like there's like Easter egg buildings everywhere. There's a really great Spider-Man 2 Easter egg in a cinematic in the story mode that I won't spoil, but you will know once it happens, you'll know exactly that it's a Spider-Man 2 Easter egg, and it is so funny. It's hilarious.
Nice. Okay.
But combat is really great. It's like the way they use the webs is so creative in the combat maneuvering, and it really, like I said earlier, it really gets like the ideas flowing for what you can do with A.C.B.A. and webs, because he uses his webs so creatively in the game.
Yeah, it's from what I've seen of the gameplay, it is sort of like an ode to some of the older Spider-Man games, because I've had almost all of the Spider-Man games before this, especially when they first started implementing that sort of like free swinging engine or whatever into some of the games and shit. So I can see from what I can tell from what I've seen so far of this gameplay that it's just anything that they've done in the past on crack. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
just, you know what I'm saying? So
or something
yeah,
from your
I can
world.
definitely see that. Yeah, pretty much.
So like you said, with the web swinging mechanics, like a lot of people attest that Spider-Man 2 had the best web swinging mechanics of all time. It's great. I still personally believe.
You remember Ultimate Spider-Man on
Ultimate Spider-Man was great.
Xbox?
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was very good.
Great.
That was crazy similar to
Man, I really liked the
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 1 game, if I remember correctly, because you could play as Green Goblin.
Yes, that one was pretty cool too, like the one based off of the movie.
Right, but it wasn't open world.
Yeah, you like swung on clouds in that one.
Yes, exactly.
So I guess you've been spending quite a bit of time just kind of like free roaming and shit too, though, right? I'm sure there's like a bunch of little side missions and like
tons of side missions, but
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, all right, you're making me hype now. All right,
yeah, like it's
PS.
the way the side missions are set up. It's very similar to how it was in Spider-Man 2 and Ultimate Spider-Man. Like you'll just be going around, and you have like you're tapped into like police towers too. So you'll get notifications for police activities, crime activities.
Gotcha.
So like you're just on your way to do
Hilarious.
shit, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta save this dude," I guess, and you really start feeling like a superhero. Like,
Hmm.
it it does it better than I think the Batman Arkham games, because in Batman Arkham, like on your way to other missions, you see thugs and like goons and stuff just like wrecking shit and just doing stupid shit, and you're all like, yeah, I'll save these guys. These are goons to beat up, whatever. But in Spider-Man, like it's a living, breathing New York City. So like you're saving civilians and pedestrians from these. You're saving like this lady from getting robbed, or you're saving these dudes from running away with a car and like causing like havoc. And right, super good. The web mechanics are so fluid in this game. Like the sense of momentum is so good in this game. Like it's just very nice. Like you just get the sense of like you can there's a fast travel mechanic in the game where you can ride the subway, which is also a really cool Easter egg. Not an Easter egg, but it's a really cool touch, because like Spider-Man obviously is, mostly known for being one of the most relatable superheroes, like period. He's just like a poor, just like a poor kid. He doesn't have like a Spider-Mobile for long, but like he doesn't have a Spider-Mobile, so this dude like rides the subway, and like when you fast travel, you're fucking riding the subway. And like there's like a loading screen when you're fast traveling, and the loading screens are literally just him in the subway on his phone, or just fucking like there's just like some dude on a beat, like having a boombox like on the subway, and he's just like bopping with the dude on the boombox. He's just like literally Spider-Man. Like you get the sense that he's so integrated with like the community.
Any
like,
subway dance crews?
Yeah, like everybody's just like, oh, it's just Spider-Man on the subway, whatever. At this point, he's been Spider-Man for 8 years in the story, so everybody knows Spider-Man. They're like, yo, that's Spider-Man. That's our Spider-Man. Whatever. It's like super. It's such a good game.
From what I've seen, there's also like a feature where you can like do finger guns at people.
Yes, exactly.
You can do what?
You can do like finger. You can like wave at pedestrians and stuff. So like when you do feel like just walking in the street. The streets are pretty popular. They're pretty heavily populated. So like when you're walking around, like sometimes pedestrians will like, they'll notice you. And if you stand around too long, people will say like, oh shit, it's Spider-Man. They'll start taking pictures of you, and you can like pose with pictures for them. And like, as you're walking around, you can like point at people and go like, oh, yo, what's up? And like do like finger guns at people, and you'll gain XP for doing this. It's so incredible. So it's great, man. Like this game is like a true love letter to Spider-Man. Like the guys that made it, you can really tell that these guys love Spider-Man, and they know their shit for sure. Like almost every single suit, like unlockable suit in this game, is from a comic. Some of these like dive really deep into like pretty short arcs where they pull these suits from.
And even the movie suits, right?
Yeah, they have the Avengers movie suit. Like they have Stark suit, they have the Iron Spider-Man Stark suit, and they have like the Homecoming homemade suit too, which is really cool. And then the rest,
they'll give you like different powers and special abilities.
Yeah, each suit gives you a different like power and stuff. Like, and you can mix and match power. So say you like the power from like the default suit, but you want to wear like the Homecoming suit, you can like mix and match your powers and stuff. They really play off that Peter Parker is a smart guy, and he makes all his tech and stuff like that. So you're constantly upgrading like gadgets for your suit, and then you can do like buffs for your suit based on technology that Peter develops and stuff. So it's really cool. You can really tell that they understand Spider-Man. They understand that Peter Parker is smart and that he knows his shit, and he's been making his own gadgets since he was like 16 years old when he first got these powers. So
right. And speaking of the suits, the reason we even got on this topic is because somebody asked if the Scarlet Spider suit would work well as a Mezco, and I think yes,
very much so. You know what?
I think what's interesting is a lot of the suits that are classic comics suits in the game have been kind of redesigned with an updated sort of more textured look to them.
Yeah, as a matter
also
of fact,
known as the exact thing that people complain at Mezco.
Yeah. With the weird piping. Yeah,
the piping,
As soon as I unlocked that Scarlet Spider suit, I was like, "This looks like a fucking Mezco figure."
Right,
It's got like this
exactly.
updated like piping and stuff, but like
Uh-huh.
that's the direction the MCU is going. Like,
Right.
everybody has piping. Why not?
And if Hot Toys can do a Spider Punk figure, I would love it if they could do if Mezco
Yeah,
got the
Mezco
license to
Spider
gain
Punk.
some of
Yeah,
those
man,
suits.
incredible, dude.
Right. I would be all over a Scarlet Spider suit,
I was
even
looking
in
at
the regular Mezco style. You know.
for sure.
Fabio, you have the two Spider-Man figures already from Esco, right?
I have all three.
Oh, okay. Which one's your favorite out of those?
Probably the classic. I think you know I like the more muted colors on it. I like the smaller eyes on like the Steve Ditko style head. You know the webs on it are well ported in, and like the way that it plugs in with the alternate hands, I think looks good.
I like that one.
But
I like that
the
one
problem
most
with
too.
that is that the red material is kind of prone to flaking, so it is probably not going to hold up over time. But look wise, I think it's my favorite.
Okay. All
Although
right.
the black suit has a surprising like the material is more flexible than you would think. You just the
Yeah, as
ankles
long
on a
as you
lot of
don't
those
photograph it
grows
from the
in.
back.
Right. Basically. Yeah,
That's
that shit
right.
looks awful from
Yeah, the stitching looks
the
bad for
stitching in
sure.
the back is fucking awful. All right, yeah, let's take a couple more questions and we're gonna get up out of here, man.
All right. People are saying Spider-Man Noir and 2099 would be good Mezcos too.
A
And
noir
then
I could see immediately.
Yeah, a noir would be really nice, actually. Yeah, because they
right.
could really get into their Mezco bag with that shit, and really like give us a nice fatigue pants and the coat and like that would actually be nice, man.
This guy shoots people, so they could
Yeah.
probably outfit him with a couple
Right,
of guns too.
right. Give him a nice little revolver or some shit.
Um, see, Aaron Easton says that Marvel, when we're comparing Marvel and DC lines, Marvel has overall more balanced and interesting character selection, and DC just reliant upon Batman and supporting characters and villains, and then Superman.
I also feel like DC is like their heroes and villains are fucking like uber powered too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't know. I feel like they've got more. I guess it's about equal though. I don't know.
I think a lot of people when they think about powerful characters, they immediately go to DC
Yeah.
because while Marvel has incredibly powerful characters, like they're not as mainstream as DC's powerful characters.
Mm.
Like nobody knows about fucking Sentry. Like if you just ask like a regular dude, hey, you know about Sentry? Like let me know. Tell me a little bit about Sentry. Like fuck is that?
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Colossal Customs ask if any of us got the Revoltech Batman.
You got one book in it?
I sold that shit immediately.
Damn.
Oh,
I'm looking to get one.
you didn't like it, Boog?
I didn't even open it. I raffled it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the cape design, but from what I've seen, people with modded capes, it looks decent enough.
I sold it so I could pay for some other shit that I wanted. I saw a picture of it like right before it dropped, and I don't know. I just got turned off. I just didn't feel like dealing with it, and I feel like I might backtrack and get it later if they release some other DC villains or something. But I'm also thinking like, who else from DC would be? What other DC villain or Batman person would go with Batman? I don't know. What I want in Revoltech, in a Revoltech style and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a Revoltech Joker. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true. They're planning a Slade, are they not?
Yes, they are. They are.
So I would say Slade would probably be the only one Revoltech style. If they did like a really interesting stylized Bane in the vein of how they did Venom, that would be pretty interesting.
That would be interesting. And you know what? And I totally forgot about the Slade. So, like I said, I might be eating my words. I might backtrack and get the Batman, because the initial images of Slade that we saw look pretty decent, I guess. So just to have them kind of facing off against each other. Maybe if it was even just like a permanent display like that, I just kept up with Batman and Deathstroke. You know,
I think if you just do like a head swap and like a wired cape on him, he immediately triples in.
Yeah, I saw somebody else doing that, but I also saw that he had some type of like extra plastic or some shit going on his back or something like that.
That is odd. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to really mess like looking at reviews. I generally don't like to look at reviews before I get the figure, just because I want to look at it for myself, honestly. So I kind of stayed away from reviews for that Batman because I was honestly looking forward to it. I had actually had it pre-ordered on AmiAmi, and it was in like my monthly order with like a bunch of like cat like gashapons that are like cats with like tank armor around them, and I was pretty stoked. I was pretty stoked to get that, but then I had to issue my card. My bank card was compromised, and I didn't have a card, and my bank wouldn't like let some bullshit going on, and then like the pre-order just lapsed, and all right, I guess I was pretty bummed about not getting the Batman, and I was like, damn, but I really wanted this fucking cat stuff.
Yeah, it's funny how we could be sometimes with shit like that.
I know,
like,
right?
You know what? I know this shit is fucking stupid as fuck, but I want it. So.
I know, right? Because you can think of like one display that you're
Right,
like,
right.
this could possibly be flames if I put it in this one display.
And I know nobody else is thinking about this shit,
Exactly.
so I'm fucking doing it. Right.
Very true.
That's funny. But yeah, let's talk offline or whatever. I still may be able to get one for cheaper. So
Okay. Hell yeah.
Let's talk.
Aaron Easton says Revoltech Clayface. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh wow, that would be interesting. Good
Very
thinking.
true.
That would be very interesting, especially with the interchangeable parts and additional shit they could add on. Yeah, that would be interesting, man.
I think
that shit might be expensive as fuck too.
Very true. I think it would. The Revoltech style would definitely lend itself a lot to a Clayface, because even if you're a novice with those joints, Clayface is just so fucked up looking.
He's just a fucking blobbed mess that it wouldn't even matter. Yeah.
I feel like it would look a lot like that.
You're awful posing to look like fire no matter anything you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
What were we saying, Fabio?
Someone was just talking about doing a Ra's al Ghul. I don't know if they mean for Revoltech or Mezco, but I feel like a Mezco Ra's al Ghul would be awesome.
That'd be tight.
A suit and a cape, yeah. And then here's a question. No shots from the group tonight? We're supposed to get out of here soon, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to have to hold those over, I guess.
Next week, for sure.
Yeah, next week for sure. It's a lot of good shit that came out over the past couple of weeks. And Saturday salvo shots will probably be up in a little while too. So, but yeah, man, we're gonna have to get up out of here right now though. Let's take one more question, and we're gonna go.
But character selection. We're not the fucking company. We don't know. The Spider-Man game with 2099 was called Edge of Time, by the way.
Edge of Time. That's what it was. Very anti-Venom heavy in that game.
Oh, is it?
I think he was the main antagonist, I believe. And the game starts off, you're like crazy fucked up. You're like post-fight anti-Venom, and you just slip in a time, like in a wormhole. Just whatever.
Loco Lou asks, what do you guys think of the Scarlet Spider suit in Mezco format with the new ankles? Okay, I missed that part. So yeah, they would have to do it with the new ankles and not the way that the classic Spider-Man is done.
Yeah, those ankles that they put on Doctor Strange was fucking money.
Yeah, those were good. I
forgot to mention that. Yeah, I mentioned that in the review. That shit actually literally caught me by surprise on camera. I didn't even realize it was, that they were that deep and good. So it kind of like made up for the saggy pants, I guess, a little bit. But yeah, they definitely did good on that.
I would just like a deeper crunch. That Spider-Man body that they want to.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You can finagle it with like the legs, since the legs on the Spider-Man they kick up really high. so you can kind of like fudge that along with the limited crunch he does have to kind of getting in a classic Spider-Man pose. They just gave you that deeper crunch. I think it would work wonders. And the thing that bothers me is like you would think that they would give you as much crunch as possible because you don't have to worry about gaps or anything like that, just because the cloth will just cover it no matter what.
Word.
But I guess for structure and rigidity, probably some sort of reasoning behind it. I don't know.
Yeah. Final question, I guess. Aaron Easton, if Mesco perfects a female body, who would you like to see them produce? Storm, Black Widow, Jessica Jones, or some suggestions he threw out? Any of those are going to need more articulation.
I wouldn't mind a Jessica Jones if we get a nice Luke Cage. I don't want to fucking see a Jessica Jones unless we get a Luke Cage. But a Psylocke.
Psylocke would be dope, yeah.
It won't be much clothes on her, but but fuck it.
Yeah, that's why Rogue might make more sense because you could do the bodysuit under the jacket.
Word. Oh yeah,
sure.
that would be nice actually. Well, that would be real nice.
Yeah.
All they got to do is nail the head sculpt with a Rogue and give us a nice healthy looking female body. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see them really tackle how to do long hair doesn't hinder articulation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they may have to do some innovative, like different pieces to port in and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's an import company.
You could port in one,
especially if they do a Storm. She's gonna have crazy hair unless they're gonna do multiple. Yeah. But if they do a post, look good too.
If they had a version like a couple of different hair ports, I guess, where you could have one for when a hair is flowing outward, one for when it's just kind of sitting, So,
yeah, as long as they improve, the knee and elbow articulation, because this single joint stuff, sure, if you want to do single joints, do it, whatever, but make it more deep, like that Jaina Solo.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
for sure.
Hell yeah.
I just in a post Jaina Solo world, I don't understand why everybody's not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah! Even Hasbro had to, Dwight had to recognize, like, yeah, that shit's kind of fire. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, didn't he say he literally gave it to his sculptor and was like, "Do that"?
Yeah, pretty much. Do that shit. Basically, literally.
Yeah, man.
If you can't do this, you're fucking out of here.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah, man. I want to be able to get some crouching poses with these women.
Yeah, Loco Louis says Batgirl.
A Batgirl would be
Word. Yeah, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Hell yeah,
sure.
little with the purple suit, the little cape and shit. Hell yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, that would have you backtracking to get the Icons one just for the motorcycle.
Word.
That's another great thing that Icons did that people forget. They did some.
Yeah, that's what I was saying though. If they would have just dug deeper into that shit and really went the distance with vehicles and shit like that, that would have been dope, man.
That's an incredible
figure. Get a few just to go with Mezco's, and I got the accessory pack too, just to go with the Mezco stuff. The accessories are great. That cosmic treadmill, great.
Hell yeah,
all that stuff, man. I might actually get that Lex Luthor too. The Lex Luthor looks pretty solid.
I got that Batgirl icon when because Babs Tarr lived in Charleston. She just recently moved away, but she lived in Charleston for a while. And shout out to Marcus Cripps Illustrations. My friend's pretty good friends with Babs, and she would do signings at our local comic book shop all the time. And then they would do a certain percentage off on Babs merch. Like if you could buy a Batgirl comic or whatever, it'd be percentage off because she's there. And yo, does this apply to the figure? This is a Babs Tarr. This is Babs's design of Batgirl. Can it apply here? They're like, yeah, sure, whatever. So get this thing out of the fucking store. It's been here forever. So
nice.
So
well done.
That's how I got that. But that's how I got that Icons, and that's such a good pack. It was $60 for that figure and that bike retail, and then I got the discount on it. Great, incredible. Could have definitely went along with something like that. It would have been.
I feel like their Green Lantern parts might actually go well with the Mezco when that comes out too. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Lookaloo again, Spider Woman, bangers.
Yeah,
Spider-Woman.
again, Spider Woman's got to have that voluptuous, nice body like
The-
Rogue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to. We're not talking Chun-Li levels of thick
Yeah,
here.
yeah, no, not that, but just what's homeboy from Marvel that always draws the women real voluptuous? Damn it, who is it? What the fuck is his name? He was working on the first Mighty Avengers.
hmm
What artist was that?
Oh, I
can't
know.
remember.
Shit. Whatever.
I don't.
Star-Lord Mezco. That'd be great. And there, extension Gamora and a few of
Frank
those.
Cho. Brian Carter says Frank Cho, maybe.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Brian Carter for the fucking win, man.
I know, man. He's been killing it tonight. Viewer of the night, if we have such a thing. Lady Deadpool. Hey, there's an idea from Loco Lou.
Yeah, I could see them doing that for sure.
I mean,
That
pack her
makes
in with
sense.
Whirlpool, just like the Legends one, basically.
Pack her in with whatever we don't have from the Legends, the dog or the squirrel or fucking you know.
We're getting the dog and the squirrel with the moped, are we not?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot about that shit. Oh, that's right.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if they did an articulated dog, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Or cooking
Hell
with
yeah.
gas.
People will be customizing the shit out of that
For
dog.
sure. Yeah, if they just put out an articulated like Deadpool dog and then just made the Deadpool clothes off goods, but underneath it was a regular ass dog, fuck, man.
That would be nuts.
Then you would just have a dog.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that'd be going the extra mile for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You see that fucking dog in every fucking display.
Yeah, for sure. In the background of every display.
Guard dogs like a motherfucker. All types of shit.
Hey, Black Cat's another great suggestion.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's another one with the nice voluptuous body.
Right. I mean, that'd be interesting to see if they do like actual fur or if it's sculpted on. Probably be sculpted on.
Yeah, I couldn't see fur working.
No.
Yeah, if it looks
Comical at that
anything like the feather boa that came with the Storm Hogan, that thing will fall apart.
Yeah.
Feathers and fur all over the place. And then here's a good point from Brian Carter. Again, if they do a Mezco Hawkeye with a pizza dog, then that's their dog body for Dogpool. Or vice versa.
Get the dogs out here.
I know.
Who let the dogs out?
There you go.
Corner the dog market. All right, you guys want to do plugs? Get out.
Yeah. On that note, let's get the fuck out of here. Fabio, what you got going on?
Yeah, well, you know me. They call me Colonel Crackers. You can check out my YouTube channel here and see those collection videos that we talked about earlier. And go ahead and smash that subscribe button, too, because I'm going to be dropping that Mezco interview probably tomorrow or something.
Join the Colonel's army.
That's right.
I am Poncheesy on everything. I got my Ginyu today, so that means I'm going to blow through a review tonight, and it'll be up.
I was about to ask you, are you going to shoot that shit tonight?
I'm probably going to shoot it tonight. What's up, Fabio?
Never mind. I already used that joke. It worked for there, too. It worked for there, too.
That's it.
Sounded like you were going to do blow through it.
Yeah, I'm going to review the Ginyu. The review will be out tomorrow, possibly. It will be out tomorrow because I'm just so when it comes to reviews, like if I'm excited to set up displays for the figure, like I want to get that review out as soon as possible. I have so many props and like Namek Saga themed accessories and characters. I'm just ready to fucking blow through these displays. That one's for you, Fabio. But yeah, keep a lookout for the Ginyu review tomorrow. Awesome acrylic auras are shipping. I have extras also from this order from for auras. So if you want to get an aura that's going to be done. That you don't have to wait for production. It's not a pre-order. It's already done. Hit me up on Instagram, Poncheesy. Just send me a PM and we'll check it out. And that's it for me.
Yeah, just go ahead and toss one in when you send me that armored Batman, would you?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and like I mentioned in this video, there'll be a bunch of links once I get this shit situated, and I'd like everybody to try to support the Zag Toys, Happy Cat Industries, these foodie sets that we're trying to power through and push through, so that way we can get some monthly accessory packs going. And I'm talking about every fucking thing you want and can imagine: boxes, crates, barrels, hammers, bats, guns, bullets, blood, everything that you want, literally just coming out on a monthly basis. But in order for us to get to that point, we got to power through these food packs. So please support that. Buy multiples, buy 2 and 3 of these packs, and let's push through these. And if you still didn't get a A.C.B.A. Cutouts sample pack, there's still a few sets left, and they're like $5. So you get 10 cutouts for $5, and it's a good way to add to your already existing stuff or double up on some other ones that you want. Link for all of that shit will be in the description below. Oh, we didn't talk about the Loom Cube contest. They're running a contest right now on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, search Loom Cube or find the most recent post about the contest on the A.C.B.A. Instagram and just join. Just throw up a picture. It might be a good way for you to win some of the lighting, some of the lights from Loom Cube. Basically, if you don't know what that is, look it up. Enter. It costs you nothing to enter, and if you win, you will have some professional style lighting. Basically,
yeah. All of Johnny's shots are with Loom Cubes.
Pretty much, yeah. If you look at his pictures in the group and look at his C-sides and shit, you can see that he's using the Loom Cubes. So they're pretty amazing technology, and it's not something that was originally intended for toy photographers. It was really for like dramatic lighting or lighting for like just like true photogs, true photographers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Underwater lighting and fucking blizzard lighting and all types of shit. But Johnny's just been the golden boy for them, I guess, and put their shit on the map with toy photographers, and so they are seeing that potential. And again, that goes to the shit that I'm always talking about the untapped potential and marketability and just like ways to make money within the fucking toy community right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And man, it's I don't know. This is just my fucking hustler's mentality looking at that shit and seeing it with a different keen eye. But yeah, bottom line is into the contest, and yeah, that's it. That's it from us. Thanks for hanging out with us. This was a very solid episode, friends. And yeah, let's try to get right back again next week, man, leading up to New York Comic Con. So thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Smash the bell down there. And until next time, peace.